Okay, we should be live now. Let's see. Oh yeah, so the game capture apparently also works. Mayhaps. I'm checking the volumes here because I can see the desktop audio actually was active already, so you probably heard some Minecraft noises. Some Minecraft noises there. I'm also checking if the stream can handle it. Because I had to restart the Minecraft and I think it was dropping frames when I was restarting it because it's a bit heavy starting out a modded Minecraft, but just seeing that if it's stabilized. Does it look like the drop frames is increasing? Just that it's like in yellow because the percentage is quite high since the stream hasn't been on for that long. Looks and sounds good. Can't hear the game yet. Also, thank you, Citronelli, for being first. Also, can't believe Semaforaki said that he's first but didn't redeem it. Can't believe this. I'm confused already. Very nice. So yeah, the desktop audio is quite... yeah, like it's extremely silent, it seems. I can put that up. I think we'll open a... Can you hear that chest opening? Because I feel like that is still somewhat loud. So actually, maybe we don't move that. Can't believe this noise sound effects I'm getting. Oh dear. Oh dear, Semaforak redeemed show us the Avant, and actually we don't have the Avant here. We just sent out the sent out the last one we had. Can't believe this. You're immediately getting scammed. Also, hello Egunot, thank you for not being first. I wonder what could I show you instead. I'll show you the next best thing, which is Boof Boof. This will be Avant for this stream. So yeah, Boof Boof is a... I can reimburse you. Yeah, you can actually. I actually didn't even realize because we've had a like a Avant plushie here as well, but since I sent a package this Monday, so unfortunately we no longer have it here. So actually we have to get the Avant now back and forth if we want to keep the redeem. It's fine. It was intentional. Can't believe this. Can't believe this absolute trolling immediately here. But yeah, so this is my house. So guys, as you know, like many of the like Minecraft influencers, they're like, we did a little bit of building off stream. So this is the building I've done. So there's a few water wheels here on the cliffside here. Also my jetpack is running out of juice, so let's see if we can get back up. But yeah, so this is the house. It's on like a cliffside here. And it's a bit of a work in progress. Can I build an Avant shrine in Minecraft? Oh, that would be nice. Yeah, that is true. Although I have to say I'm not that good at building. Like maybe from if I had just like take a picture for reference, maybe that would work. Boof Boof. Yeah, you could see some Boof Boof there. It's waiting for cheese. Boof Boof has the cheese stack song playing on repeat in his head. But yeah, so I promised a tour on this Minecraft server. Again, I'm checking that there's no more drop frames. It looks to be solid. Also, hello Nat. I'm lurking while cooking dinner. I'll be watching soon. Sorry, I cannot hear. Wait, can I? There's so much delay. I'm trying to see where the camera is. Hello Nat. Sorry, I smacked you guys. Wait, where's my hand? Wait, I think that is in the stream. Problem is that I have like the camera, like the OBS is like all the way there. So it's all messed up. Can't believe this amateur setup I have. Too many screens, too large screens. Also, hello. Hi Nat, hello. Surely they make an Avant mod along with the plushie. Yeah, that's something we definitely need. If I ever start making mods for Minecraft, I need to make an Avant mod. But yeah, so this is my, like, from all the stuff that I've made in this is like the grand jewel, or what would you call it? So yeah, we have amateurs food assistance. So that's mine. Again, we're like in a server, so you can see that's my name at the moment. I think I have to change my, because I used to be Sikarin everywhere, but now I'm amateur in everywhere but here, it seems. But yeah, so amateurs food assistance. So it works like you step here to get a bowl, and you can see there's like a 2048 spaghetti bowls waiting, and 3031 slime balls waiting. For those that haven't played like Minecraft, a lot of slime balls you get from like killing these mobs, like these, just like slimes. They just jump forwards, jump around. So that's what I have like automated. So if someone comes in and like visits my base, they can just step on this plate here. So there's a pressure plate, and then the conveyor belt has this arm thingy here, and it just throws a ready-made dish for you. Also, hello, Flowery Clover. I have some water here. Maybe I should actually go get some new water, but I guess I can sip on this. It's a massive glass. Thank you for the hydrate. Very nice. Slime for the vegans, I see. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the point. But it was actually like when we tested, I had my brother here, like see if it works or not. Because in this mod pack we have. Wait, what the fuck? Did we lose connection? Can't believe this. Can't believe this. Did we lose internet already? Wait, it seems like we didn't. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, what happened? Wait, what happened? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? I'm so confused. Are we live or not? It seems like we aren't, but there's nothing wrong on my end. It doesn't seem. I'm online, it seems. Wait, what the fuck? I don't see why it wouldn't work. Are we back? Live and excellent. What the hell does that mean? Okay, maybe we're back. Okay, welcome back. Very nice. I have no idea what happened. To me it looks like we had internet the whole time. OBS was also like unable to stop the stream, so I just had to like restart it. Netti räjähti. I don't know if it was that. We have had some trouble with the internet, so that is like I was actually worried that might happen, but I don't think it was that this time, which is weird. But yeah, let's hope the connection keeps up. I don't know if that's the case. Interesting. But yeah, sorry about that. I'm also curious. Yeah, I think we get we got another notification on the Discord. Then I'm assuming that means that the bots are also split and stuff. So much for the disconnect protection. It was really short to me. Like I saw that there was like the disconnect, like the screen there, but to me it looked like it went away in like no time. Like it was super fast. Because I think it should be like a minute or something. I am hoping at least. I'll have to look that up. Also, thank you, Seman Foraki, for the subscription, 4 months. Thank you very much. Appreciated. But yeah, so I guess we could start. We didn't get too far with this, so I guess we could start again. Also, thank you for the follow, Flory Clower. Very nice, very nice. But yeah, so we have spaghetti dishes here. This is like the grand jewel of everything I've done here so far on the server. So we have spaghetti dishes coming from the left and slime balls coming from above, and there's like this hand thingy. This is called a deployer. So this thing deploys the slime balls onto the spaghetti dish when this automatic hand thingy gives to it. So when you step on the pressure plate here, it takes out the spaghetti bowl, and then the slime balls will be put in as well. And then you have a pasta with slime balls dish. And this was actually a really good dish, like food-wise. It's better than you guys deserve, so can't believe I made it too good of a dish. But yeah, you can see the house here inside is mostly like undecorated because I'm really bad at that. So I'm waiting if Eguna would come in and do some of that for me. So there's some like inventory here on this main level. And then there's like a whole madness when we go below ground. So when we go to the basement layer there, we could actually maybe do that soon. I'm just checking if everything is more or less stable now. Again, I have no idea what happened there because it didn't seem to be internet related. Maybe. Not from my side at least, because again, like everything else worked. It just didn't seem to like wanna try again. But yeah, let's hope the connection stays stable. I will be streaming until 3 p.m. or maybe a bit longer than 3, because I have to be at the city center somewhere around 4 p.m. or something. So maybe like 30 minutes before or something. We'll see. I'm assuming there's plenty to do here in Minecraft. So how's your base going? I've not been here that much in the recent weeks. I had left this massive RimWorld deep dive again, but actually I'm a bit over it at the moment. So I'm actually really like, how would I say, excited to be back here. So I do have like a project I was thinking we could do today. So I've been looking up like before I had my RimWorld crazy madness. I was looking up like different kind of ranged weapons I would be able to make, and the one I'm thinking of doing would be the railgun. I'm trying to see where my camera is that I'm not blocking anything. But yeah, no, I bet it doesn't seem to be that this is in the way, because I think you're mostly like. Actually, it's not even blocking the subtitles I have. So on the bottom right corner, I have the subtitles. Is the stream really struggling this bad? Wait, what is going on? I have no idea. It says live on OBS. It's curious. Very strange. How can it say live if it's not completed? It seems to work on. Is it actually live on YouTube side then? Because it also says that it is, but I am curious. Where do I even see if I'm live there? Surely. Can I look at my own stream? Yes. Yeah, so it is. So we are live on YouTube side. That's. Yeah, so that is actually weird. So guys, we're live. It seems YouTube side is unaffected, which is even weird. Crazy. Is it? To me, it looks like the YouTube side works. Trying to see, because there's like a delay on. It's also like, I guess you can hear myself when I'm looking at my own stream on the YouTube side. So that's absolutely diabolical. But yeah, what the fuck is wrong with the Twitch side then? Like, why does it just die out? Can't believe I'm the one with the. Yeah, I have a backup stream. What the hell? What the hell? It's also crazy because it's still saying that it is streaming to Twitch. Yeah, I don't see like there's no drop frames, there's no like no unstableness or anything like that there. But the problem is I have no chat on YouTube side. The YouTube tab has automatically gone picture in picture, so I've made your video go on top of Twitch. I'll take a screenshot. I want to say this sounds diabolical. But yeah, so apparently that means that YouTube then works for you guys as well. Again, like the chat is on Twitch side. This is like absolutely diabolical. So again, like I guess since we are on the amateur channel, I guess it's all fitting, but what the hell? What the hellington? Truly diabolical. So maybe I should post this on the announcements or whatever. Apparently only working on YouTube side. I have no idea. YouTube is very smooth for me. Okay, that sounds good. That's again diabolical, but yeah, I guess we could do it like this. I don't mind. Again, like I guess I could like try and restart the Twitch side. It just that means that it kills the YouTube stream every time as well. So I don't know if it's worth it because it didn't seem to last very long when we did restart it. So again, I have no idea what's happening with the Twitch. Again, I think like Squishy Josie was saying that he had issues with like getting the YouTube side working. So maybe that's just me having the reverse of what he had. But yeah, that's again diabolical. Can't believe this. But yeah, so what I was saying earlier is that I was looking through like different kinds of ranged weapons. Because the thing is that I'm basically at the moment locked behind like only having diamond gear, and if I want netherite gear, I would need to get the netherite blueprint thingy. So there's this smithing template where you need the smithing template to make it. So you have to like find your first. So for that sake, we need to go in and find one of those. But to do that, I would prefer to have like a ranged weapon to go in and empty some of those bastions and stuff, because they're also like crazy. I don't know. I can show you from the map. Amateur with the unlimited diamond hack. Yeah, I might have some diamonds to spare, and also actually some netherite to spare, but I can't like do anything with the netherite. So this is how much I see from the. That's like this is what I've been like running around in nether. So this is how much I see of the nether. I've posted the screenshot in memes. That sounds perfect. YouTube picture on top of Twitch. Very nice. Yeah, that's the. That's the like yeah, I'm not making it easy for you viewers to like enjoy this content because you have to like go through these hurdles, it seems. But yeah, I have to look into this. Like, what does it mean if Twitch just like dies when OBS says that it's live? But yeah, I don't think I will start troubleshooting it live. Are you beating the giant scary castle mansion today? Oh dear. Oh hell no. Hell no. Oh hell no. But yeah, so from the nether, I see there's like a few different bastions. This one is one of them. So I can like see from the, if you look at the bottom there, there's cracked polished blackstone bricks. I guess it might be a bit small, the text for you guys, but that's like, you can go in and see like what sort of material the block is that you have your cursor over. Actually, do you even, yeah, you can see the cursor. Surely. But yeah, very nice screenshot there. But I think that's another one. So I think there's another one here. So another fortress or like bastion, I think is what they're called. And then there's like something diabolical stuff here from like mods. I've never been here and I'm scared. Oh hell no. Never heard of the diabolical. Can't believe that you're typoing again. Do you have your new keyboard yet, or is that still in the way? Surely you have it by now. But yeah, so I've been to this bastion here, and there were like some aggressive big men there, because there's like these brutes, I guess what they were called. So they are like hostile. The other ones you can like, if you're wearing gold and like don't like loot the chest too close to them, they're chill. But other ones, there's like these brute guys. They are like hostile. They don't have anything you can bribe them with. So you just have to end them. So for that sake, I'm like looking up if there's some ranged weapons we could do. So I'm thinking for today the goal would be to make a railgun, and I've done this once already, like 2 servers ago or something, and I do remember that there's quite a lot of stuff that's needed for this. But for those that haven't played modern Minecraft too much, usually every mod pack has this. I think it's called J. I think like just easy items or something. I don't know what it's abbreviated for, but then you have like this way of like looking up recipes. So you can search the EMI. So if you look, put in here the railgun, basically if you put in like, let's say gun, you could go in and okay, what type of guns are there? But again, some of these like here you have a quad potato cannon is something I looked up earlier, so that doesn't have the word gun in it. So you're basically stuck with some other keywords if you want to look for some stuff. But for example, the railgun. So I'll put in the railgun in the search, and if I left click it, I get this recipe for how to make it. In the upper part here, you have like what different places can you craft it in. on my laptop in Sydney. Oh yeah, true, of course, yeah. So that's the excuse. I would probably try restarting OBS. Having to have 2 tabs is diabolical. I did that already. Unfortunately, that didn't help. So yeah, so I did restart OBS when it first died. So unfortunately, that's not a solution here. I don't know if there's anything else we could try. Because I was also thinking, like, if we don't do the double stream, so if we don't stream to YouTube, we could maybe try if the Twitch side is more stable. But then we have like no backup, I guess. You know, I think I never realized the search was at the bottom. Yeah. So this is for searching, and there's also like this diabolical thing that you can like keep typing into it, and like just have to hit enter or like click away from it to like stop typing into it. So if you want to like close this menu, you use the E button usually, at least, or then I guess ESC you could also use. But at least me, like if I have this in, I'll try to like press E to close the menu, but then I'm just like typing more in there. So that's one. I wonder what impact dual streaming has on PC and internet, as I've never tried it before. Yeah, that's I'm also curious, but I think I should have like way enough bandwidth for both of them. So I think it's something more technical than just like the bandwidth. Also, like we are not dropping frames or anything, so I'm assuming it shouldn't be like there's no encoding lag or anything like that. So I'm assuming it's not that either. But yeah, I wonder if there's like if there was an easy way to like just like refresh, sort of like try the Twitch you're getting it surely. But yeah, I'm out of ideas on that. But yeah, so you have the search here, and I was saying that when you left click something, you get to see like how is it made. So you can do this for, let's say, like an iron ingot, because I think that's a better example. So you have iron ingot. Actually, different mods might add some, like for here we have like industrialized architecture. Create mod is adding an industrial iron ingot, but let's just go with the basic one. So left clicking tells you how to make these. Again, on the top side you have like all the different like blocks where you can like get them or make them. So here, for example, you have mob drops telling you which different mobs drop these, and then if you right click on it, so now I right click on the iron ingot, it tells you where can you use them. So like using both of these is really beneficial, because these mod packs usually like larger mod packs, you end up with like a bunch of all sorts of stuff. So you have like new stuff, for example, let's say blueberries. Like I have no idea what these are. Like, can I use them for something? You can just go in and search for them. So here you have blueberries, and if you left click them, it tells you where to get those. So again, blueberries are a block drop from I guess like a blueberry block then. And if you right click, it tells you what can you use it for. So here you have like blueberry pies and blue dye and all kind of stuff. So that's like really good when you're starting out with like these mod packs, is to like, what can I do with this? Because usually like you end up with like chests upon chests of like filled with stuff that you like basically don't know what to do with. So like it's all sort of easy. Also, one other thing you could always look for is like if you like have a whatever block, you can see under the name there's like where is it from. So if it's Minecraft, then it means like it's vanilla. And if it's like mod added, it's, for example, this one has the OD biomes we've gone. That's from that mod. So like Apple is from normal Minecraft, and then this one is from the OD biomes we've gone. Yeah, I guess we could also like I wouldn't mind. We can try and like forget about the YouTube stream and just try to have it on Twitch only. But then again, I guess if it like messes up, if it like dies again, we'll just have to go back to this, I guess. No signs on the chest. Yeah, this is a work in progress. Because I was actually hoping to make like in the previous server, I had like walls upon walls of like barrels and stuff that you could immediately see inside. So that's what I'm planning to do here, would be to have like this. Actually, I have like a few of those. I can show you what I mean. So I could have like these sort of barrels that can hold up more than the stack sort of. And I would maybe put these kind of storages instead of like chests, depending of course on like how much you have. So if you have only like one of each, then it doesn't make sense. But for stuff that you can have more than one of. Muscle memory locating. Yeah, I've basically memorized what in each of these, as I'm still like playing alone here, as Ekuna hasn't joined me yet, so I just like basically know what's in each of these. There's not that many either, so I guess that also helps. Secret Discord live. Yeah, that would be a that would be a truly truly only for the people that know. But yeah, do you guys want? What is happening now? Nat is starting to. What the hell? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Can't be. It's can't be. So I was asking if we want to try the only Twitch stream. What actually if I. Do I just somehow. Yeah, I guess we could. I got Mandarin on I got Mandarin on my keyboard and wiped it. Pressing enter. Can't believe that. Need a lookup emote. Yeah, that is actually true. You need to find me one and put it on the suggestions. Also, now keep dropping stuff on the keyboards. What is this? What is this madness? But yeah, again, I'm mentioning that I would like to make like more floors on this one. But again, I don't know like what the roof would look like. So I've been like holding on that. Please don't ban me for spamming. It's really close. You're really close there. The juice just shot out everywhere. That's that's diabolical. But yeah, so again, if you're not familiar with the sophisticated storages, you have these barrels that can like hold more than like just normal chests would, and they are like one block, like 1x1 blocks. So you have like these different kinds of barrels. So let's say we go for limited birch. So that's from what it's made of, and there's the limited birch barrel 1, and then different tiers. So there's iron and copper and gold and diamond. I think there's netherite is the last one. So these, like as you can see on the text there, the first one is 1 slot 32 times the base stack size multiplier, and then up to 160 times the base stack size. But in addition, you have like these slots here. You can even like using with these slots, you can also extend the amount that can fit in there. But there's also like barrels 1 and 2 and 3, and I think 4 is the last one. Yeah, so you have like one with 4 slots. But I will show you the benefit of these, especially when you have like this compression. I wonder what would be. Oh yeah, it's a good example. So we're now in the factory level, but here we have like this limited barrel 3. So it has 3 slots. The highest and the largest slot is the one above. The mic quality is nice, by the way. Very nice, very nice. The patterns are really nice on the blocks. Yeah, I really like the chiseling. Requested apus there, very nice. That sounds good. So in this one, I also have if I can't believe this. If I access it, so I have to access it from some other side than the front side, because otherwise I'm like taking these out. But in here I have a stack upgrade tier 3, so it means that there's more stuff fitting in here. So you can see these are like 4% full, so it can hold up to 1,000 blocks of copper. But this also has a compression upgrade, meaning that if you have an ingot onto the left side, it tries to compress it into blocks of copper on the upper slot, and then if it can be like decompressed, sort of, it goes into nuggets. So with ingots, this is really nice. So you have like 3 slots, the largest slot being where it stores the stuff, and then you have like this. So if I ever need a block, I can just go in and left click to take one. If I want a stack, I'll just shift click on it and I get a stack. And same again with the ingots. So I don't have to like go and craft these myself. So I can just like, if I need a nugget, I can take a nugget. If I need an ingot, I can take an ingot, and so on and so forth. But yeah, this place is huge. We'll have a tour of this place. So, but I was just maybe getting ahead of myself there a little bit. But yeah, so that's the barrels, I guess. So you can see here, for example, I have the netherite farm making netherite, and this one has a limit of 3,145,728, and that's because there's 3 stack upgrade tier 3s in it. So this farm will basically run until the end of times before it fills that barrel, because it's like you can see there, it can fit 3 million of them. The problem with those are basically that if I were to go in and like deconstruct it, so basically just like smack it with an axe to like remove it, it would spill everything it has in it. so if let's say you like smack this guy, you get like 3,000 netherite scraps out of it. You have like no place to put them in. So I guess that's one like downside of using these massive barrels, is that after they get like really full, there's like you can't really move them about anymore, because it's such a hassle to start moving them when they spill out everything they have. Yeah, 3 million. Yeah, so let's say you have like a cobblestone farm or whatever, you could like store up to 3 million something. Actually, that's not even the limit because there's where like tier 3, and I think netherite has like a tier above it, so those are like the second best tier. So I think it's even beyond that. I wonder what the despawn timer is. Actually, you can, I think there's a setting to show it. Let's see. So if I throw this block in there, I think it's like F7, F6. Yeah, it's F6. So F7, you can see what the block is called. So you can toggle this. And then with the F6, you can see how long it's until it despawns. So it's 300 seconds apparently by default. So that is that is a good question, because again, if you like have an inventory spill out and let's say you have like a like 1,000 blocks, that is still doable if you just like craft a chest right near to it and like just place them there waiting. But if it's like I said, 1 million, I would say that if you break a block that has 1 million stuff in it, it's gonna like probably crash the server or something, because surely that's like way too many blocks in too little space for it to handle it. So yeah, so I guess that's that's the answer for that. But yeah, so these are, like Nat said, that these blocks are really nice. They are from the Rechiseled mod. So basically you have this chisel, you right click it, and then if you put any kind of blocks that's supported, there's like normal blocks, I would say all of like sort of like the building blocks from the normal Minecraft. So not many of the stuff that has been added by mods work in this, but most of the like the vanilla stuff work on it. And here you can just like change it to whatever. And you can always change it back, so that's a nice thing. You can like, let's say you make a mosaic cobblestone paving, and you just like, okay, I only needed this many, and then you can like go back and just make it back into normal cobblestone. Because again, like if you have these like extra ones in chests and stuff, you don't want to have like different stacks of all of the different stuff. So it's easier to like stack them back together if you can bring them back to the normal material they were originally. And then if you haven't done it already, Nat, I highly suggest you make a backpack for yourself. So if you use then, I think by default it's the button B is where you can open your backpack if you have it on your back. So you can just put it in the back slot. So the backpack is here. You start with like a normal one. Again, we can check the recipe for it. I think it was like leather and string, yeah. So there's like leather and string and a chest that's needed for making the normal backpack, and then you can upgrade it into iron. There's different colors, so you can like dye them. So here's the iron backpack. There's actually a copper backpack as well. But yeah, so then the iron backpack is just 8 irons around it, or if you've done a copper one, then it's apparently half the amount of iron needed. And then there's a gold and a diamond as well. And the final one is the netherite. But again, this needs the smithing template. So that's that. And it's night again. Can't believe this. Can't believe this. But yeah, I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm trying to see if the YouTube side is working. But I guess since I'm seeing that there's like, yeah, it looks to be like it's normal 60 FPS. Because I noticed I can actually see that on the OBS as well. So that at least seems to be working. But yeah, it might be a shorter stream then, because apparently if we're not making it, if we're not streaming on both, I can't believe this. But yeah, so again, this is my pride and jewel at the moment. So you step on the pressure plate and it takes out a spaghetti dish. It finalizes it with the slime balls. Can't believe I'm like, oh, did I actually put this guy? Because I have like this infinite ham. I'm thinking, do I like automatically eat from it, or why am I not getting hungry? I think that's it. We'll see. Maybe I'll just have to run around to see if I get hungry here. So you could see the slime ball dish being the perfect food it is. Can't believe this. Yeah, it is. It is a sad day. Can't believe the upgrading the PC did nothing. Can't believe this. We're still having problems here. But yeah, so today, if we are to make the railgun, I think we will be making more stuff in this room. So we need like different kinds of equipment for it. So we have this wooden grip that's needs a 3D stick. I think I have this already. So I think it's this coal oven that I used to make like creosote. Creosote? I don't know how to pronounce it. But I already used that to make some treated wood, so that's one step done. But then we have like, I think it's these guys that I need. Yeah, so there's like Duroplast sheet. So again, I'm like, you can always left click on these guys, and again you get the same, like how are these made. So let's say I want to know how to make Duroplast sheet. I clicked on it, and then I went to this bottling machine, and it says that okay, I need a metal press mold plate, and then I need phenolic resin. So then if I click on the phenolic resin with left click, it tells me that okay, a refinery is needed. You need some acetaldehyde and creosote to make the phenolic resin. But again, like I can see that, okay, I need a refinery as well. So that's on the bottom there. So I can click on the refinery. But for the immersive engineering, this actually doesn't work. So for basically anything else, let's see what would be a good example. Let's say a brass ingot. So in let's say this brass ingot recipe you have here, you can see that okay, what's in used here, it's a mechanical press and then a basin, and in this case there's like different kinds of presses, so either one of these works. But then if you click on this mechanical press, it tells you how to make it. For the immersive engineering, these are multi-block structures, so that's why it doesn't show it like that in here. So when I go to the Duroplast and to the, let's say, the bottling machine, it doesn't matter if I click on it or not, because this thing has to be built from blocks. So if you have like a certain arrangement of blocks, and then I think you have to hit it with a engineer hammer or something, and then it like spawns this. So it's not like a single block that you just craft. I had spaghetti and meatball tonight while wearing a spaghetti and meatball shirt. Coincidentally, can't believe this. That's surely not a coincidence. Also, why not slime balls? Can't believe this. I was sure that it would be a spaghetti and slime balls reference, but it wasn't. Truly diabolical. But yeah, you can actually, let's first have the tour, so we'll go and see. So it all basically starts from here. So you saw the water wheels on the exterior of the building, so these are here, and these are the cog wheels and shafts that come from those. So there's like a lot of strength. These are like spinning with like a lot of strength, and it is slow. By default it is slow, but I think it's easier to show you guys. If I just take, let's see if I have any extras. Oh, there's a mechanical pump that doesn't help us at all. Can't believe this, guys. I was ill prepared. There's some shafts, or is it? No, that's not a shaft. Can't believe this, guys. There's one cogwheel. Guys, we have one cogwheel. That's diabolical. We truly not have any water wheels, apparently not. So then we make some more. So again, you can like favorite stuff. So if you have a recipe, you know that you're gonna make more than once. I think the default button, yeah, it's A. So just using the button, like the A button. And then if you want to remove it, just like press A again on that side. So you can like favorite recipes. So for example, I have the water wheels here as favorited. And if you like open this, like let's say you right click on the crafting table and then go for a recipe. So let's say the water wheel here, you can use this fill recipe, and it like takes the stuff from your inventory to make it. So that's like a fast way to craft stuff. Again, like I've been playing modded Minecraft for so long that I hardly know the difference, like where the mods coming and what's like still in vanilla. So I think if I were to play it just normal vanilla, it would be like I'd be confused. Almost. That was a good try. But yeah, so basically these water wheels, they can be inside stone. So it's just that one side, basically it can be like any side. Just one side of them needs to have water flowing. And again, where it flows like changes the how it rotates, like which direction, whether it goes clockwise or anti-clockwise, I guess. Can't believe this 12-hour stream. Can't believe this. Can't believe this diabolical YouTube only stream. Diabolical, guys. But yeah, so then you can like put in shafts to extend this. You can let's see if I have none. I was gonna say let's see if I have any gearboxes, but I don't. So with gearboxes it's easy to change the direction. So you can like change let's make some shafts as well. So you can like go sideways. There's other ways to do it as well, but this is like the space-wise the easiest. So you now have like sides, so you can see that it goes sideways. Also, one thing to note with this gearbox is that if you look at these two, it also changes the direction it spins. So this one is going like anti-clockwise and this one is going clockwise. So that's another thing to note. So if it's like turning in the wrong direction, you can also like change that if you want with a gearbox. But one thing to note is that it doesn't go upwards or downwards. We can't really see below it, but that's the case. But you can just like place this gearbox into the crafting area and you get a vertical gearbox. So that then has like the one going the opposite direction of where you placed it, and then it has one going up and one going down. So that way I can like link these water wheels going above and below. Are you even getting paid by YouTube for this? Unbelievably, that is diabolical, truly unfortunate. But I think you can also like return it back to normal gearbox, so you can like switch between these two if you want, like a vertical or non-vertical one. But then the one thing I was gonna talk to you guys about was the speed. So let's make a large cogwheel as well. And here you have a large cogwheel, and if you link like a smaller cogwheel to it, you can see that it's spinning faster. And this can be used because again, the faster it spins, the more pressure it causes. So like I have had multiple times when I've like linked up new stuff onto the massive floor there I have the workshop, and it says that okay, the whole thing is overstressed. So it like stops everything because like these things cannot spin it, they don't have enough pressure, like enough strength to do it. So the faster you make it, the more stress it causes. But again, like that means that the machines you're using work faster. So for example, these stomping thingies, they like work faster, and let's say I put in like these iron ingots here, that how fast this guy goes up and down. So that's what it affects. So you get iron sheets from that. So the speed is something you usually do want to have, but there's like drawbacks to it. But then if you want to go even faster, you can do it so that you continue with from the like this same shaft that the smaller guy has. Put in a like a larger cogwheel here, and again if you put in a small cogwheel that's like spinning from the larger one, you see that it's like getting faster and faster. So that's like what's happening here. So we go from this shaft in here and we like slowly make it faster. Here you can see it's like coming through the wall a bit. So it's like going faster and faster, and when we do end up here, it's already quite fast. I had to slow it down a bit, so it was faster like at one point, but it was like causing so much stress there. Yes, I have no mastered speed. Cat bang speed, yeah, exactly. I will not be sorry for laptop typing yet. Stop apologizing. Can't believe this. But yeah, so the faster you have them, the more stress it causes. So these kind of things. You can actually see I have like these glasses on, so you can craft these glasses, engineer's goggles, and it tells you like the speed and stuff. I was hoping it would tell you more, but so far it's not telling me much more than just like the how much stress is it causing. But yeah, so again, like here we have like gearboxes to like putting the spinning force everywhere we need it. So yeah, that's the first thing about this. It's like how do you make it faster? And again, the drawbacks of making it faster means that if you then hook it up to anything, it might be like just telling you that okay, it's overstressed now. But that was something like it was sort of hard for me to grasp. Is like because I was thinking like how is it not getting any faster? I'm just like doing this, and like why would it get any faster? It's all in the same shaft, so there's like nothing making it faster. You just have to like, and also like this for me was somewhat hard to understand that of course a smaller wheel can still like spin the larger wheel. It's just that the stress of course depends on like what's at the end of it and how fast we're going and like what's spinning it. What happens if the stress is too high? The whole thing stops. So it just tells you like the system is overstressed. I wish I had like a way to show it. I guess the one way I could maybe show it is if I unhook some of these water wheels I have. Yeah, let's say I take this guy out. We might have like taken enough of the power to stop the whole thing. Yeah. So now we don't have enough water wheels to take all the burden, so it's just telling you overstressed. It appears that this contraption is overstressed, that more sources of slow down the components with a high stress impact. So like everything here just like stops to an halt. So the wheels stop spinning. So that's why I like have a lot of these water wheels, and then when I like hook them back up in, it should again come back to normal. So this mod is like really like durable in many senses, that it has thought of basically everything. So if you like overburden it, it doesn't start like breaking, it just stops to a halt, which is nice, because again I have had like mods where you like if you make mistakes it like causes damage and like you have to recraft stuff and those kind of things, and I prefer it like this, that there's like no punishment from just experimenting. But yeah, so that's what happens. It tells you like with the goggles, when you have the goggles it tells you that it's overstressed. And this one here, this is like an crafting wall. It's a mechanical crafter, but it works like so that you can put in stuff to it. So I can actually show you guys this. So let's make a pair of crushing wheels, because these are quite cheap, so I don't mind making one of these. I'll have to go get some stone though, because I don't think I had any, like, we call it natural stone because it's like not cobblestone, but I guess it's just stone. I was hoping for a rapid unscheduled disassembly. Can't believe this. That would be amazing. Can't believe you guys are like full on wanting it to be like you made a mistake, now you suffer for it. Truly diabolical. Truly diabolical. Yeah, what was it that I needed? I think I said stone, yeah. Was there something else? Some planks and andesite. I think I have enough. No, I don't. I don't have enough andesite for this. I have more in. Yeah, I do. Very nice. So yeah, I should have all that is required for this. So in the crafting recipe, you can see like where does it need to be placed and how large does it need to be, because you can make any size of this mechanical crafter. So again, I keep forgetting. So there was stone in the middle, yeah, planks on the sides, and then I immediately go for the andesite, guys. I'm brain dead, surely. But yeah, so in the middle there's the stone, and then there were planks on either of the sides, and then I guess it was andesite for the rest of it. Here I have like set it up so there's like a tool, this wrench here I think it was. Yeah, so with this tool you can change where these like output into, and you have to have them like outputting to one direction. I have a depot here so that I can like just pick it up from there. But they also need to like go, like all of them need to go somewhere, and they have to like end up where you like where do you want the output to be in. But let's just fill this with what? Fill this guy, and when I've filled it, it starts assembling it. So you can see that it's like going through this whole thing and picking up those things to the correct spots. And that's how you craft with this. If you have it larger than what you have the recipe, so I wonder what would be a. I guess we could craft just basically anything with it. Yeah, so let's say they make one of these. We actually have copper plate. We don't. We can go and make some. So then you just have to use a redstone signal for it. So that's also quite simple. But yeah, I have my plate smashing station here. Let's just make some copper plate. What else was it? I think it was this that we were making. Oh yeah, in the barrel. So that's like again from like a mod. So this is all from the create mod. And then if we make this and seeing that, okay, this is already like a recipe you can make, so it is like this recipe. You could make them by hand. It's just that if you want to automate stuff, you could use this guy. I actually have it already, so I could have shown that as well. But now if I put in a redstone signal, I have these guys here because of like if I don't have the redstone nearby, so then I can like activate it with the redstone signal, and then it like, okay, I'll do whatever, even if there's like empty spaces, I'll do the crafting. So it combines those and throws it on the depot. So that's you can still use it even if it's like too large for whatever recipe you have. So now we have the fluid tank. Let's just go and try and empty my inventory a bit, because I'm a bit full, it seems. But yeah, so actually I have used this automated crafting. I think I'm making the bowls with it, so let's go and see that. So here, so there's actually let's go from the beginning. The beginning. So we have a tree farm here. And it's replanting with these deployer handy thingies. So it's like trying to put in saplings, so whenever a tree is cut, it like puts in another one. And then it just keeps spinning until a tree is grown. And when a tree is grown, it stops there and cuts it. And all of the stuff that like it cuts is then like it stops there and it outputs into this portable storage interface, and then spits it onto this conveyor belt. There's water leaking from the pipe above, so you can now see there's like birch logs going in on the conveyor belt. So that's the tree farm, and that's crazy. That's like the first things you do. So yeah, then like this tree farm here, like I've set it up so that when it gets like 62, I think, when it gets to 62 logs, it then spews them out onto this conveyor belt, and there's lava underneath with fans, so it's like pushing hot air from the below, meaning that these are getting cooked. So not just chat, but the logs are getting cooked as well. So as long as they're like there for long enough, and again this is filtered so that it only accepts charcoal, so that's why the birch log cannot go through it, and it has to wait until it gets cooked. So now that it got cooked, it went in here. And this one is set up so that it's like whenever that guy has 63 in it, it spews them out. And the reason I've done it like this is because if I ever need logs, I can just go in and take them from here. If it like spew out everything, then I would never have any logs on this side, so I can always go in and get some logs. But here on the other side of it, it's making planks, and then those planks are put into this guy, and they are making bowls, and these are for the spaghetti stuff. So in this bowl here, or basin, we have 64 bowls and 64 pasta. It would like to go in and do its trick, but there's no space on the conveyor belt, so that's why it's like stopped. And there's also this, can't believe this actually, the guy has lost its knife, so we'll have to put in another knife. That's the only thing that's like with this automation I have done, is that the only thing that like still requires manual input is like these knives break. So this is a mod I added myself to this mod pack, so the slice and dice. So this one is making the slime balls, so you can see they're like going there after they've been cut. But these knives, they have like durability, so I have to go in every now and then to fix those. But yeah, so there's too much spaghetti here. You can see like that's why this guy is not cutting any, because it cannot output it. So that's all crazy. But yeah, so if we continue from the log farm where we're making charcoal, this has stopped. So you can see this basin here is full of blocks of coal, blocks of diamonds, and then diamonds. And the reason it has stopped is because I have not set this barrel into, this doesn't have any of those like stack upgrades. So if I were to put in one more stack upgrade here, it would start spewing more diamonds in it. But you can see it's like 100%, so it's full now. So there's no more room for any diamonds on this. And that's why the conveyor belts and stuff has stopped. But that's also like, I would say it's a really good thing, at least in these kind of like automations, that if it like stops, it just like doesn't use resources anymore. Because there's like, I've seen different kinds of mods where they like just spew their stuff outside, and that causes like lag on the server and like uses resources. So that's at least good. Again, you can see that the coal is starting to pile up because of the. But here I have the stack upgrade, so we can have 3 million coal, so that's no biggie. Because also the jetpack I have uses the, you can use coal as a fuel in there, so that's also like, I'd rather have a lot of coal than like over 6,000 diamonds, because there's, what would I do with the diamonds after? But yeah, so this is another automation I had made. So there's if we go from the beginning, there's a blue ice and soul soil here, and lava is being pumped into it, and when that is done, it creates basalt. So that basalt is then going into soul fire. There's again the fan here spewing. It's called cursing, so these are then cursed, and that causes it to turn into netherrack. And that netherrack is actually used in 2 different ways. So one of them is combining it with flint to make redstone, and then the other is to heat it up to make some nether bricks. Here I have like a barrel if this thing would not like make them fast enough, but so far it seems like the bricks are being stamped here faster than it is making bricks. So the nether bricks are then brought in here on the conveyor belt, and they are crushed. And basically they're like made into nether bricks. I can show you guys there. So these are the nether bricks. So that's what's happening, is they are being, this is what's going on. So they are being like smashed into nether bricks, and then if you look how are these made, you can crush them from nether bricks. But there's a 1%, actually less than 1% chance of getting netherite scrap when you like crush these nether bricks. So that's just what I've automated. So all of those nether bricks are then dropped into lava. I could recycle them, so I could put them back into this, like into this basin here to be stamped again, so that wouldn't be too bad. So I'll just have to like extend this guy and put it here. I would have to make some kind of failsafe on it though, so that if it ever gets like full, it would drop them to lava, so that if it like turns into like so that it doesn't like jam the system. But yeah, so the workshop I have is like hella loud because of this, all these machines going crazy, smashing things. Industrialized curses, what a time to be alive. Yeah, exactly that. But yeah, I had like this massive room when I started out. I was like, yeah, I will have to dig out a massive room for all of this, and it's like barely large enough for all of this madness that I've made. So I'm glad it's at least it has enough space, but again, it is a bit crowded here. So there's also like the pipes here, so there's like water going on the ceiling level. As you can see, there's like these pumps, so you have to again like have the spinning force on them so that the water flows. And then there's like pumps below for lava, so I have like a massive pool of lava here. I dig this one out as well, and then there's this bottomless supply. So if you have 10,000 buckets worth of whatever fluid, you get an endless supply. So I actually had to do the same for water as well, because in this mod you cannot get endless water with just like the 2x2, which is the normal Minecraft one. So I also have like underneath this thing, I have like a 10,000 blocks worth of water. So again, I've been crazy here. Crazy with this stuff. Can't believe this. Also, I'm lost. Where do I get out? Let me out. I think it's here. So then I just made the tank large enough that it like comes to the workshop level. What is the next exciting project? Yeah, that's I was thinking of making the railgun. That's more on the immersive engineering, so it's basically the other kind of mod. I think it's like, I would say, less interesting, like less exciting than these create mods are, but for the purpose of getting the railgun, I think I would need to do that. There's also like different kinds of ways to maybe like make better armor and stuff. But the other project I would need to get to like progress would be to find the smithing template for the netherite. So I would need to go into these bastions. So again, I would like to have a ranged weapon for that. So I could also like one other thing I guess I could do is like automate like chickens and stuff, so I could make like infinite arrows, something like that. So depending on what kind of ranged weapon I would go for. But the railgun, I do like it. It's just that I think it uses like electricity to power it, so I don't know how would I make the power? Maybe with the spinning wheels as well. But yeah, so as you can see, this spaghetti factory on the upper level, it needs quite a lot of machinery underneath it. So this is all for just the spaghetti dishes on the ground level. Here's actually, I didn't show you yet, but here's a similar kind of setup for the wheat. So this is like wheat being automated, so you can get like infinite flour and stuff. When are you building a Dyson sphere to power the railgun? Can't believe this. I wonder if there was any like nuclear power on this mod, because I've played with many mods that have it, but I don't think this one has. I wonder what would be the way to make like power in this. So I guess it would be some kind of generator, or let's see, what options do we have? Generator block, thermoelectric block, electricity generator, light electricity. Oh yeah, there's also the furniture mod, so I guess that's like a different kind. So yeah, it's actually, yeah, it's gonna be interesting in like if we make some kind of generator, if it's like a one that we can use. Here also, like what I forgot to show you guys, if you like on the create mod, there's usually this whole W to ponder, so we can like ponder on this. Let's ponder on the generator. So it then shows you like a tutorial, sort of like a video. But this is like, again, like one of the reasons I think most people think that the create mod pack is like the #1 best mod. Like the create mod is the #1 mod for Minecraft, because again, like it's so well made and it has like these sort of tutorials in game, which is something you usually don't have. Tokamak fusion reactor build. Yeah, that's for that's for another stream. Calm village. The stream ends when we have a working fusion reactor. But yeah, so you have like these sorts of videos you can use for just basically everything. For example, like this crushing wheel, you get like a tutorial. You can also like skip back and forth, and there's also this identify which makes it like stop the video, and then you can put your mouse over stuff and it tells you what are they. So that's also like nice when it like shows you. I guess this wasn't that good of an example. Let's put in like maybe a millstone. Yeah, for example here, let's put the identified, so you can see that okay, this is the normal cogwheel, this is a large cogwheel, these are mechanical belts, that's an andesite funnel. So you can like look these up. So like you can go through these like, okay, what is this? You can also like ponder on them as well. So you can go into like pondering the shafts. Like what does it mean? What is this? And you can go back and forth. So that's again like a massive benefit, and like one of the biggest pros of using the create mod above any of the other mods is that it's like so much more polished than many of the other mods you get. But yeah, did I show you guys all of the automations yet? Maybe not. Pondering my orb. Exactly. Complete. But yeah, so this is for making diamonds. So you just basically squash coal in lava, and that's how you make diamonds. And then on the other side I showed you there's the redstone is made from flints, and actually yeah, this is the one. This is actually my first thing I automated right after like making a simple iron farm. So this is simply like cobblestone generator. So there's lava and then there's a water, and that's like a miner block. I think it might have been, let's see if you can see the name. Mechanical drill is the name of it. So there's a drill that keeps on drilling the cobblestone as soon as it spawns, and then there's chute, and then a hopper, and it feeds it into this basin. And cobblestone, I think it was like 8 of them, 9 maybe, and water. When combined, it creates tuff. So that's another block. And if you go for, I think I still have it here, yeah. So you can see the tuff is like how is it created. It's 9 cobblestone and water getting smashed, no heating required. And then if I right click on the tuff, you can see like what is it used for. There's a lot of this, so you have to like go through these to see like, okay, what is the actual use I could get from these. But if you like look into these, you might find some jewels. For example, here I found that okay, with the crushing wheels, if you put in a tuff, you have a 25% chance of a flint and 10% chance of each of these. So gold, copper, zinc, iron or electrum. So again, if you just automate this so that it keeps feeding these tuffs and the surveys on 24/7, you end up with like all of these resources getting made for you, not having to mine them. So that's again really nice. Really nice. But yeah, there's also the enchanting table. I haven't really used it much, and I guess I'm still waiting for Ekron to come in and make it all look nice. Can't believe this. But yeah, I guess we could start working on towards the railgun. We don't necessarily have to finish it, but it's just that like we would see if there's any problems with it. So again, I'll try to empty my inventory a bit. There's also, you can like shift click, so it just like places them in there. Which is especially good if you have like if you have stuff there that like previously already, and it like fills those stacks. Yeah, I guess we shouldn't need any of the create stuff when we're doing that. So I'm gonna check my backpack. What sorts of stuff do I have here? So yeah, I guess we then look at the railgun recipe. We could, for example, go here and start like favoriting these different parts that are needed for it. Actually, I think I have some of them. Yeah, I have the wooden grip done already, so I have started. I also have the steel ingots. So let's maybe clear these. So that's where the parts for it would go. So yeah, we have favorited now the advanced electronic component, the HV accumulator, and the electrum coil block. I think the electrum coil block should be somewhat simple to do. Is that correct? Yeah, so let's see how to make these. So it's a wooden rod, and if you click on it, it shows you that either one, a stick or a treated stick, works. So then we just need wires, electrum wire of either kind. So we basically need to make electrum plates and then wire cutters. Or then if we have like sewing available, or I guess if you just throw in the cutters with it. But yeah, I think we'll just make these cutters again. They're like basically free to make. So let's make some cutters. Let's make the cutters first. So now we have the cutters, and then we need to get some electrum and make some plates from those. So let's go there. This is gold, this is electrum. Let's take a... oh wait. Let's take a few ingots instead. So then we go and smash them into plates. And you could do this, actually I can show you guys. So I have a depot here. And you can do it without a depot as well. So you can just like throw these in there and they get done. So that's like an easy, like a, I would say like a beginner way to do it. Like when you don't have that much stuff. There's also like the problem that you might throw them too far and stuff. But with the depot you can just like place them and then right click them to like take them out. So now you have two of these. I right click and it puts both of them there, and then when you right click it takes all of it out. So that's like a preferred way, but you can do it. You can do it with... wait, we only get one of these. I was sure you would get like more than... oh yeah, I guess you get like 4 of these coils from one of these then. I guess we might have to do more then. Let's see. That's a normal stick. Yeah, so guys, we need plenty. So each of these takes 8. So we need 12 more ingots, I guess. Not that expensive. Can't believe this. One too many. Can't believe this. Diabolical. So let's go. Let's go do some more of that pressing. But yeah, again, I can't see anything on the OBS indicating that the Twitch would be dead, but it is. That's sad. I'll have to look that up. I might have to do more testing streams then. Surely I was assuming one testing stream would be enough. Wait, why did I run here? So let's make some more of these coils. So yeah, now we have 16 coils, and when you shift click on these, it like fills as many as you can make. So here I knew that with shift clicking I can make just the amount I need. So again, now we have another step towards the blueprint. So I'm like making it here, what is needed for the railgun. So yeah, then I think the 2 remaining parts are the hardest ones, so I left those for the last. Aluminum ingot, I guess this shouldn't be too bad. It's just smelting, yeah, bauxite. So yeah, we'll go and smelt some bauxite then. Aluminum plate, yeah, so that's again an easy one. Basic engineering block should be rather straightforward, yeah, so it's treated wood. We should have that here. So let's see. Multi-crafting, guys. We made so many of these. We might actually need more of them as well with the machines we will be making. So we have like these bottling machines and stuff like that. How do you make a redstone acid? In the mixer you put water and redstone dust. Well, that's quite straightforward now, is it? Twitch Inspector is quite useful for troubleshooting of internet connection or encoder related issues. Is that a... Is that like a plugin or where is that in? So like, can I do it like midstream already? Like, can I just like right now try to see if the inspector would say anything about it? To me, if number good, stream good. If number bad. Yeah, because I have like these stats on the OBS, so I can see the like the CPU usage and stuff like that. So all of that is like golden at the moment. So it shouldn't be about any of that. So there's like no lag on, no frames missed or anything like that. But if there's like a one that would be like just seeing the connection to Twitch, that would be nice. It's a Twitch website thingy you can log into. Oh, I see, I see. Maybe I could Twitch inspector. Can I do it while I'm here? Kind of like your stats, but maybe more info. Let's see. Log in with Twitch. Not will I get scammed? Authorizing will allow Twitch inspector to cut VODs. That's interesting. That I lost my bank account. Unstable event 1 and 2. So yeah, it's saying that there's some unstable events. But yeah, apparently here's some, like, I can see there's some info on here, so maybe this is good for me then. Stream down. Configuration check excellent. No recommended changes. Well, that's not good. Event start, stream up, stable 4.2 minutes and then stream down. Well, that's okay. Well, I guess I have to look into that more off stream then. So unfortunately, didn't have a immediate solution for me, I don't think. But yeah, it could because we've had some internet issues here. Like the connection has been like dying, and also actually I've noticed when I've been watching streams that there's like every now and then it starts buffering, and unlike I have like a massive delay when I've like, for example, watching UNET, I have like at least 2 to 3 seconds of delay, and if I refresh the browser, I get it up to date, but then it's like just a few seconds, maybe like half a minute, and it starts buffering again, and then you can like watch it kind of stable if you let it buffer at the start, and like it creates this sort of delay on it. So I'm assuming it could be related to that, because I've not had that issue with, well, I have to say I haven't watched too much like YouTube Live, but I think that's the only service I've noticed that. Because we have like also been thinking of like maybe seeing if we like buy a new router, like a new modem, because it's quite an old one. So maybe that could help. I don't know. Because Elina also like asked the people on there, because the internet connection is on her name. So she did ask the guys if there's like any issues they know, like causing anything, but they were like, yeah, it all looks good on our end. So we were like, yeah, that's again nice. So maybe we should get a new one. Maybe that creates more stable connections. Can't believe we didn't build the house. Build the house this year, so we could be there with the fiber connection, guys. Diabolical. But yeah, now we have some hunger, guys. So I'll show you guys the pasta with slime balls. So when you eat that, you get the nourishment for a minute. You can see the hunger bar there on the bottom there. It's like golden now. So that's like way too good for you guys to go in and like ask for food stamps, basically. So that's what I've automated for you guys. Is what's the word for it? Like a queue for people to go in and get some food aid, I guess. So it's too good for you guys. Don't deserve this good food. Diabolical. I'm also seeing that this spaghetti thing here, it has 2048, and that sounds to me like the barrel there has a limit of 2048, because that's a number that would make sense. The Skellington's just like circling here. Also, why did it not attack me? Oh yeah, it is trying. That's like creative mode. Can't believe this. Not just kidding. Not 100% sure how useful, but if you do the OBS live without being live thingy, it'll show the information on that website. Okay, I see. My Wi-Fi streams had so many issues. Ethernet changed my life. Plus, Rick's internet is like 10 times the speed of mine at home here. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, again, it shouldn't be about like speed here, because we have like 200 megabytes or something, the connection here. So it shouldn't be about that. But again, it's like slightly unstable. So I feel like that maybe is the issue. So yeah, I think I will order a new modem when Ekkona gets here as well. So we'll see if that helps. Because I guess I could already like sort of identify if it helps or not by if it still like buffers a lot. So I guess that would already be a telling sign if it helps or not, because I feel like those two are linked. Surely. I tested the adapter for Ethernet to USB-C on my laptop and it worked well. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's also noise. So will there be streams next week from Sydney then? Or are you still there next week? Because I think you only had it on the Discord mentioned that it's no streams this week. But yeah, so where was I? I was making the railgun. Guys, that's the... Yeah, it's the HV accumulator was the one I was thinking of making. I think we will get like sidetracked many a times because we need to make these bottling machine thingies. Actually, I think the bottling machine we only need to make once. But I do have to check the recipe for this because I have no idea how it's made and I can't like free ball it. So I'll go and look for the recipe. Immersive engineering bottling machine. I think it's like FTB wiki is usually the one where I find it. There's like different versions of the mod. Like what it needs. So let's make a... It says that we need steel scaffolding. Let's get that. Let's favorite that. I'll probably take the rest of the days off to spend time with mom and be back online next week. Yeah, so but does that mean that you're like back in Queensland, Brisbane next week then? Because you did mention that, I think it's on your Discord, that there's no streams this week. So I'm thinking, are you still there next week, or was that like you were debating whether there will be streams from Sydney or not? I was up to the season finale of the Summer 1 turned pretty. The Summer I turned pretty, and now I'm watching from season 1 with her. Can't believe that. At least tell me you spoiled it for her. Like all the stuff that happened up until the finale, at least. Surely, you need to, for others, you need to know that Nat's mom did some spoiling. Yeah, next week back home. Yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, I was just also thinking, because I did send the package this Monday, so again, I'm not assuming it'll be there next week, but I was just thinking that if that would be the case. Iron sheet metal is also needed. So let's see that as well. And then we need redstone engineering block. That's there. I didn't watch the end with her. I haven't watched it yet too. Oh, I see. So it would be spoiling yourself as well if you were to go for spoilers. Can't believe this. Light engineering block, and then oh yeah, there's actually two more. Conveyor belts. Typoed. Conveyor belt, and then fluid pump. Oh yes, I got the parcel info on O's post, so I should get all the updates. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, I was actually I sent you an email. I was thinking like whether or not you can like assume what it comes with or not, because I think in here like we have this one post that it's like the government owned, so I think that's like the default of like most packages come via that. Especially I would say that from like a person to person, I would assume all comes from that. But if you like order from a business, then it's like a flip of the coin what it comes with. But yeah, so we need 3 steel scaffolding. It makes 6, which is typical in these kind of mods that you need some, but you get extras. I'll make another chest, so I'll start to putting like these immersive engineering stuff into this and try to keep this one more of the create mod. So actually, let's move these guys into it already. So this is where the... Wait, what the hell? This is where the railgun would be made. And then we need to start making these steel scaffolding. Did I make any... Do I have any extra steel somewhere? Yeah, there's some steel. There's some steel. Yes, steel rods. Oh yeah, it's just one above the other. So now we have steel scaffolding. So that's needed. Then we need iron sheet metal. So I'm looking it up from the wiki page, like what is needed. So I need iron sheet metal. This actually, like, luckily these are really cheap to make. Like most of the stuff so far has been quite easy to make. we need this to make this, and to make that we need this, but first this for this, and then we can make that to make this. Yeah, that's exactly the modern Minecraft experience. Surely Nat, you'll be making all of this like from that. Can't believe this. Oh, and we also got an achievement, guys. Craft some sheet metal. Yeah, that's a massive win. Surely a massive win, guys. Then we need a redstone engineering block. Can't believe this, guys. Can you see this? We need more iron sheet metal. So we need the ones we just made. So we need to make more. We need a copper ingot. Do I have any copper in? Yeah, I do. Can't believe this. Diabolical. So now we need to make more of that. It was 4 plates. Let's make a double dose. But yeah, so that's basically the modern Minecraft in a nutshell. It's like this. Queues of what you need. We also made like way too many. I need to dry my hair so I will be back. So can't believe the spaghetti meatballs is in the hair now. Is there no goal of the stream? Yeah, we don't have it. I don't think we have it rolling there. I think I had it on the start screen. I dare not go and like. Could I? Let's see. Studio mode. I go to the start screen. Bottom scrolling text. Copy. Back to the. Let's see. Let's see. There we have it. I was thinking it like block stuff, so that's why I was thinking of not having it. The way too many is always useful for one day. Yeah, that is true. This is a great crash course. I was thinking it might be like for people that haven't played too much of the modded Minecraft. It could be nice. But yeah, are you happy with the goal of the day? We could actually we have to add like change it because we do have the goal would be to make a railgun. But I don't know if we want this to be there. Because again, it's diabolical when it's like going on top of the other stuff. But yeah, so we have like 4 of these engineering blocks. We only need 1. So again, that's not too bad because I think we'll need more than this, just this one machine. So I think that's all good. But yeah, we need a lot of iron plates, it seems. Because when we went for the light engineering blocks, we need the iron sheets. We need these guys. We only also make only 1 with this. So this is actually, we need 16 iron plates. Plus the 4 from there, so we need 20. I think we already have the 8, but I don't think that's gonna be enough, so. Can't believe this. Let's make as many of those as we can. Then wait, no. These guys. Iron plate. Wait, I surely have iron plate. Oh no, I made them in. Hello? Diabolical. So let's just wait for those then. Also, I need to take some more copper from the backpack. The way too many is always. Oh yeah, sorry, I read that already. But yeah, that's basically what these chests are for. So there's always like plenty of extras when you make anything. So yeah, so we need 4 of these. So now when I shift clicked it, I have resources to make 5, but instead I'll just do them one by one so I don't make all 5 of them. So now we have the light engineering blocks. We only need 2 of those, but we have 4. And then we have the conveyor belts. Oh yeah, so we need leather. I hope I have some. I think I do, but I like took me quite a long time to get the ones that I needed for the books. Now again I'm like, what chest would they? Oh, there they are. Oh yeah, I have plenty. Very nice. Very nice. So yeah, I'm well organized. You can tell. Well organized, guys. I swear. Okay, so we need another. Oh, so we could have just made this one because the fluid pump needs it. Then we need more iron plates and then fluid. Oh god damn. God damn. So it's 18 from these and 21 iron plates total is still needed. 21. So there was some quick maths. I have more iron here. Nope. So then I go. But yeah, the good thing is that since I have like automated most of these resources, is there has hardly been a place where I need to like stop these craftings just to go and get some kind of resource. I think the only ones that I've had to like stop for are like redstone, but now that I have that also automate, that's also no longer the case. So that's all good. But yeah, we're basically just looking up these resources and making the stuff that. Oh yeah, sorry, actually we don't need that many because this one makes 8 from just the one. Can't believe this. We'll save some iron then. Also almost messed up my calculations there. So now we should have all that we need for the fluid pump. So that's there. And then I guess the only thing we still need is these iron sheet metals, so we actually still need to do a few of these plates or sheets. So that's 4. That should be enough. So now, do we have everything we need for the machine? So we need 3 scaffolding, 2 iron sheet metal. Where do we actually place these guys? Again, I'm running out of inventory space. Basic engineering blocks. I think we made too many of these, or they came up with too many. Iron sheet metal, then there's the 1 redstone. 2 light engineering blocks. 3 conveyor belts. And 1 fluid pump. So that should be all that's required for it. Now we have to decide where we place it. I think somewhere here could maybe work. I think it's 3 by 3, so maybe somewhere here. So there's like, if we need, there would be place to put in some like stuff that, like pipes and stuff like that. So I think it's like this. I'm trying to look from the image on the wiki page, so that's why I'm side-eyeing you guys. There's a light engineering block and 1 above it. There's the pump, like so. There's the redstone block there. And then the conveyor belt needs to go this way. Wait, no. Diabolical. So that should be the layout of it. And again, like I mentioned, you need an engineer's hammer and you need to smack it with it. But let's see, do I have one already? Because I think I might have. Well, then maybe not. Because I do have like this wrench, but that's for the create mod. So let's see. See what it looks like. I could maybe get the. I've made this. Maybe not. I'll go see upstairs because I think if I do have it, I know where it is. So I'll go sleep first. Prevent phantoms from coming in. Here's me saying, I think I remember where it is, and opening like all of these chests, one after another, being like, yep, I don't seem to have it. Yep, so maybe we'll make one. I need string for it, I think. Yep. Is there anything else? Yep, that's all. So yeah, now we need to know where do I need to hit it. Right click with the engineer hammer on the middle conveyor to form the multi-block. Okay. So I need to smack this guy here. And then we have a bottling machine. So when you have like all of the blocks in the right places, then you right click on the conveyor belt in the middle and then you get this working machine. So here you can see this is like the input, I think, and I think, yeah, so you like whatever you want to bottle you put into this conveyor belt here, and then what is the liquid you're bottling goes into here. But yeah, the question then is like, how do we hook up liquids to this? Because there's like different, like, I guess options. So we could go in like, if I just look up pipe. We have the fluid pipes we've been using for the create mod. I'm assuming they would hook up. I wouldn't know, so I would have to like test that. There's a pipe valve. Trying to see if there's like anything from the immersive engineering, like, because it would be easier if it was like what they have intended for it. So I would need like a fuel tank of some kind, one that you could like access with a bucket. I know the create ones you cannot. So let's see if there's a tank. Create factory. Okay, so none of these look like they are coming from. So there's another way you can like search up. So if you put in I don't know what that is in English. It's Miukumauku or like, I guess that's what you usually use. That's diabolical. But you know the email signature thing, the email one. So you put that in, and then you start with what the mod is called. So let's say I put in immersive, and it should only show mods that have the immersive in the name. So now you can see there's like bucket of awkward potion, that's from the immersive engineering. So now I have everything from the immersive engineering mod. If there was like two different mods that started with the immersive word, I could do like immersive and then engineering. So again, like just with the space and another one of these. So now it has to have like both of these words in the name. So let's say that I'm like looking up create, but then there's like the create garnished, create, like for example here you have rechiseled create, but let's say you don't want the create garnish, but you want the create food, so you could do like create food as well. So now it should only show the stuff that has both the create and the food in the name. So that's a way to like look up what certain mods give you. So that's why I'm going into the immersive, because again, like one aspect of these things is like trying to identify what comes with what mods. So again, I'm trying to like look here what would be like a solution for the pipes and stuff. I could look up like videos and stuff as well. That's also a possibility. But I'm just curious if I can easily see that, okay, this is something you could use. Because you can see there's like all these different kinds of like buckets of liquid in there, so I'm assuming they would have a way to hold the liquids as well, not just like inside the buckets. Because I don't think you can like, maybe you can, I don't know, maybe. I was thinking, can you like right click on the input side with a bucket to like fill it? But I feel like that wouldn't be the intended way. Maybe. But yeah, I have to say there's the fluid pipe. Not seeing any kind of structures that would resemble like tanks to me. There's the conveyor belts. Then there's the different kind of liquids. Let's go one more time, guys. There's the revolvers. Mining drill. Chemical thrower. I wonder if like a chemical thrower would have like some kind of... No, it only has a bucket. So yeah, that could maybe be an indicator that there's only like buckets used by default. Automation wolf, what the hell? What the hell is that? Shadehawk. I could maybe just like, if I just like normally add a word into it, it like just searches from those. So it's like or everything that has a tank in it from the immersive pack. Fluid outlet, fluid pipe. Multi-tank. But yeah, so there is these pipes and outlets. And again the pump of course, but I don't know where do I store it then. I could put in like a small like create fluid tank. So the ones we actually had here. We already had these fluid tanks here, but the problem with these is that it's harder to like drain them. So that's what I'm thinking, if that's an issue. That's something we would need to think about. We could like just place a 2x2 tank up in the air there. But we would need to have some way of like putting in the liquid into that as well as getting it out of there. Because again, I think you just have to link it here. But I could check the wiki page if there's any more info there. It is used to fill liquid containers. Yeah, that much I knew. Usage. Redstone flux is supplied through the top back central block of the multi-block where the light engineering block was. Fluids are added through the bottom middle block on the backside. Okay, items are added by dropping them on the bottling machine's conveyor belts. When a liquid storing item such as bucket or jerrycan is introduced to the bottling machine will fill and output it. Oh yeah, so we need also some electricity here. The bottling machine will fill Fill each container with up to 32 buckets of fluid with each pass. If the container can hold more than 32 millibuckets, 32,000, so basically 32 buckets, or if the machine runs out of the liquid, it will be sent down partially full and may need to be sent back around by conveyor belts to be filled. Okay, I see. Oh, I see. But there's apparently then a... Let's see if the... I'm a bit worried about like digging through this wall because I might just like go outside. But yeah, apparently there's a... That's interesting because it said that there's like a way for it to get electricity, and I was assuming it would be this corner here then. Like this corner here. But yeah, so where does the liquid go in? Bottom middle block. That's definitely not true. Because it would be this. Guys, maybe the wiki is outdated. Diabolical. Diabolical. So yeah. Let's see, what recipe was it that we needed this guy for first? Oh yeah, because we need a bucket of redstone acid. I guess we could have just done this with basically anything. How did we make it? So we need a mixer. Why did we start with that? Diabolical. Okay, let's craft a mixer then. We'll come back to this guy at some point. But where do we put that guy then? These are all like massive in size. Which worries me. Because there's like not that much room here. But yeah, let's make a mixer then. What was it called? I think it was mixer. Let me go back to see, just to make sure. Wait, no. Yeah, mixer is the name. Let's find that. Wait, not in here actually. We need to go to the wiki. Wiki to find it. Mixer. What the hell did I just type? I don't have any laptop keyboard excuses like Nat had. So truly diabolical. Okay, so requires 3 fluid pipes. We might actually have extras from before. Yeah, we do. So let's start putting these guys up there. 4 iron sheet metal, so we actually have that as well. 4 light engineering blocks, so those we need more of. Oh yeah, these were the expensive ones. So let's go in and put a... Do we count or do we just YOLO it? These were 4. So 16, 20 is needed. Let's put in 20 to be smashed into plates. Continue. 4 light engineering blocks, the 1 steel fence, 5 steel scaffolding. So we need more of the steel scaffolding. Wonder if we have enough steel. Do we need to start making more? But yeah, let's make the scaffolding first. We need 5 of these. Oh yeah, there was also the steel fence. Let's actually see how that is made. So that we don't forget. Steel fence. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. But yeah, we did run out of steel. So how did we make steel again? I think it's in the oven there. Yeah, blast furnace. Oh yeah, it's just iron and I guess coal. Let's go get a stack of each. Stack of this guy, and you can see I'm flying about because of the jetpack I have. Clonk, clonk, clonk. And then we'll go in and put some more steel to be made. Why do I have bones in my inventory? Diabolical. Oh yeah, it seems that... Wait. Can I not make it with coal? Wait a minute. What does it use if not coal? What the hell? That's interesting. Why do I feel like I've used coal before? Have I completely forgotten? It doesn't really tell me here either. Just tell me that it needs to be heated. Can we use charcoal then? Or was it some kind of special coal? I feel like if it was something special, it should say it there. So I'm assuming it's not that. Let's try charcoal as well. It would be weird if it only accepted charcoal and not like just your normal coal. So hoping that chat is still up to date on Twitch side. Again, this is Diabolical stream with the chat on Twitch, and oh yeah, so it only takes charcoal. That's interesting. But I have to keep that in mind then. So yeah, we're now making more steel. And then I guess this guy ended, so we can make those light engineering blocks. So we need these. 4 of them, and then we need one of these. That should be all. And then what was next? So again, 3 fluid pipes, 4 iron sheet metal, 4 light engineering blocks, 1 steel fence, we're still missing 5 steel scaffolding and 1 redstone engineering block. So that one we have from the previous. So we only need the fence. And I think we only need like 1 more steel ingot for that, so we might now have enough. Very nice. Okay, so we can make that one as well. Now the question again is, where do we place it? Where do we go with it? The inventory is so full. Diabolically full. It actually also rechisel this cobblestone back into actual cobblestone, so it's not like a separate stack. I also can't remember what was the slag used for, because I feel like there was a good use for it. I should look into that. But yeah, so now we can make the mixer. Just have to take all of this stuff. Take it all. So now the question is, where do we place it? I can't remember if you can like, I think you can. Like just disassemble this by like breaking 1 block and it should turn back into whatever it was made from. So all of those 3x3, it was like 3x6, I guess. Oh yeah, this one is actually 3x3. So this is even larger than the ones before. The input and output location on the finished multi-block are as follows. The fluid input/output blocks are the 2 fluid pipes exposed to the outside. The fluid output is to the right of the fluid input when viewed head-on. The energy input block is the light engineering block on the middle level that is directly above the light engineering block on the low level. Can't believe this. This is diabolical. It's such a massive one. We need more space, and I definitely took the wrong room for this. So I might just build them here and have to relocate them at some point. But yeah, I guess we'll start by building it at least. So let's make it here in the middle of the room, so we can go around it. Is that correct? Maybe. Just maybe, guys. Oh yeah, the good old zombie ASMR is starting. This is diabolical construction, guys. Truly. Wait, so this one goes there, and do I think it's here then? There's a zombie really close. I think it might be outside though. We have all of them. That should be all. It looks weird. There's also now the input/output are now facing those directions, so I don't know, maybe that's like that could be a bad idea. So where do I have to smack it to make it? The multi-block is completed by using the engineer's hammer on the central iron sheet metal block. You mean this one? Oh yeah. Oh, I see. But yeah, I really like how they look when they are finished. So they like the graphics for them are really nice. But yeah, so this is the mixer then. But there's like an input and output. But I would like to test actually. Let's do the test and we just like break. Yeah, so we break one and it just like removes the block that was there where you broke it. So it does work. So we can relocate this if we need to. So it could be that we are not making the railgun today, because I would need to start like thinking, like actually use my brain to come up with how do we link up the fluids and stuff. And seeing that this is all scuffed anyways, can't believe this. So we'll just go in for some more tutorials on how to do things, I guess. This is all like unnecessary here. This was like previously what I used. Where do these actually come from now? I can't even remember. It's from there, I think. No, it's not. Definitely not. Oh yeah, it comes from below the... Yeah, it's hooked up to the same ones. Yeah. But yeah, so do we then... I guess we could check out if we need more of these machines, so we would at least do all of them. All of the ones that we need. So that was for the redstone acid thingy, so we need... Wait, what the hell? Do we actually need it? Can't believe I just missed that you can use a water bucket with redstone to get it, guys. End me. Diabolical. Truly. SMH. So then we only need this guy. But yeah, so the bottling machine we at least need. Let's see if we need the mixer for no reason. Could be. Although maybe the Duroblast thingy needs a... Or then not. Yeah, no, we need a refinery, not a mixer, guys. Deep Rargerts. Diabolical. Diabolical, truly. I'm just gonna wash myself now. Wash the shame. Shame of having to craft something that wasn't needed, so I guess we can break this guy then. It could very well be that the stuff that we've made for it won't be like wasted, because again we need to do a refinery, so I feel like there's a somewhat good odds that the refinery needs the same kind of stuff that this one needed. There was also thinking that I hadn't seen that before, because I have again done this once. But yeah, so we go for a refinery then. Diabolical. Refinery. I like the ASMR. Zombie ASMR we're getting. 16. Oh yeah, this one is a big boy. So this is 5 times 3. So there's actually no way we can even... I don't think we can even fit it into this room here. So we can maybe make the blocks that is needed for it, but... we can barely fit it there. So 10... No, 16 iron sheet metal. So we need a lot of these. So I think we can just put in a stack to be smashed. Oh. I don't know if smashed is the right word. Then 5 fluid pipes. I think we have just enough of those. 8 steel scaffolding. That's again something we have. So again, we didn't waste too much, I guess. 5 fluid pipes, 2 light engineering blocks. So we have extras of these. 2 heavy engineering blocks. I don't think we have had a recipe for that yet. Can't be the typos I'm throwing in. But yeah, so heavy engineering block, how is it different? Oh yeah, it's steel sheet metal then. So we needed 2 or so. Okay, so we need 1 batch. Okay, so we need a lot of steel squashed then. I guess it's similar, but just with the steel instead of iron. So 4 times 4, 16, and these guys only take the 4 more, so 20. 20 steel needs to be made into plates as well. Let's see, how many do we have here? Not enough, guys. So we need to get more charcoal as well. It seems like we're running out. Again, that's a good thing that I have set these up so that they like leave some before they pass it along. So again, I can go in here and take a... Actually, it was just in time, because when it only had gotten 3 more, it would have spewed these out. So in a nick of time. Got him. So yeah, let's continue making steel. This is almost done. Then I'll eat my infinite ham. So yeah, let's see. Let's put this guy here. There's also the steel fence. What else? So 2 heavy engineering blocks and then 1 redstone engineering block. So actually we do need one of these. And again, we need a lot of these iron sheet metals, so let's make those. We have 4 and we needed 16. We made too many. Diabolical. Guys, you weren't stopping. You were supposed to stop me from doing too many. Light engineering block. Yeah, so the only thing we're missing now is the heavy engineering blocks. But for those we have to wait for this. Diabolically slow oven. Oh dear. Oh Dios mio. What is this? What the hell? Oh there, guys. Unprocessed heavy plate. Process in press. So this is making something like... Okay, so this is not making what we need. So we need a... Oh, actually it does say that heavy plates should be usable instead. Oh yeah, we could just use... Currently we could use the engineer hammer for it. But yeah, we can apparently like put these guys in there one by one. Because that's diabolically slower, but apparently what we'll be doing then. Clonk, clonk. Clonk. It's also interesting that it like stopped when it had like ran out. Like it only did one all the way through and then stopped. So I have to put these in one by one. That's interesting. Like what's the dealio there? But yeah, so we can do this with the hammer as well. It did say that it like decreases durability. Yeah, so we could do them that way as well. But I guess since we'll be... well, we could like first test that we can actually make them from these. Oh, yeah, we can. So I think we'll keep doing it the way we've done it, since it's like so slow anyways. Like this coke oven or whatever crude blast furnace is such a slow one. We have all the time in the world to do this one by one. Guess we should just keep track on how many we need. But yeah, guys, can't believe this diabolical stream. I guess it's more of a... In Finland you have this saying of sääntö kuin poikkeus, which is like, it's more of a rule than an exception, so I guess that's the diabolical things here, that if we want to do PC gaming streams, they are like bound to fail. They are cursed. Guys, are we cursed? Also, it's 2 PM already. We've been at it for 2 hours with all the diabolical stuff in between. Diabolical stuff in between. Can't believe this. I was actually like thinking, yeah, we'll just do the railgun in no time and we'll get to the bastions and stuff, but I can only be here for like an hour at max, and I don't think I will be here for the max amount. We'll see. I feel like after this refinery is done, we could call it. But yes, so we still need more of these. How many did we actually need? 4. So we need, okay, so we need 4 more steel plates. So we'll just stare at this. I'll stare at you and you stare at the... Oh yeah, sorry, I was wiggling my leg and the whole camera's shaking. Actually, I will check. Camera is now shaking, but it's not looking too bad on like... Maybe I'm tripping. Because there's some like stabilization, so it would be interesting if it was able to stabilize that wiggling. But yeah, this is truly slow. Should have like just yeeted a stack here at some point, so I would have had like steel ready. Because again, I have like a gazillion ingots here waiting to be used, so it's not like I'm running out of iron at any point. I will again go in and steal this charcoal before it gets passed on to made into coal. I could maybe also like already stop that, so that I would start like gathering and generating charcoal instead of the coal, because I have like you saw there's like thousands, maybe like 100,000 coal in this, so actually maybe we could, because there's 132,000 coal. There's like no charcoal at the moment, but if we go in here and let's say that we want to like temporarily stop this, you can just go in and put basically whatever in this filter here. So now if there's charcoal coming in into this one, and this one is only pulling in iron nuggets, it should start like passing and like gathering and generating stuff in here. So these there's like two different kinds of funnels in this game, in this create mod. And the brass belt funnels are the complex ones, and then these the andesite belt funnels, which are the simple ones. And you can see the difference being that these guys have this filter here, so you can like filter stuff, whereas these are like dumb, so they just like spew stuff out. There's another difference being that these guys spew stuff out one at a time, whereas these funnel belts you can tell them to like, okay, put out 62. So again, I can like click and hold, so now I can change the amount to whatever. So I can like say that, okay, you only put like one stack at a time. But yeah, so that's the difference between those two types of funnels in a nutshell. So here, for example, I have a funnel that's brass funnel that takes out like stacks of 64, just in case like more than a few like of those bricks come in at once. It doesn't like get overwhelmed. So I'd rather put in the lava all that comes through, even if there's more than one at a time, because the conveyor belts, they can move like stacks of stuff, so it doesn't have to be like doesn't have to be like just the one at a time. So yeah, here I'm curious because it looks like it ends when it gets like one heavy plate, so it like stops processing the other ones, even though you could still like keep smacking. So that's curious. So I think we still need one more. I guess maybe... Yeah, sorry, we need these two, so we need 5 more steel ingots then, I guess. So we'll wait for those. We'll wait for those then. But yeah, I'll have to order the new router this evening, because again, that's what they said at the IPS. So they were saying that it looks all good, but it's an old modem you have. And it is old one. It's like way past 10 years, so it's, I guess, like somewhat hazardous to have that old of an equipment. So I don't mind getting a new one. But if it doesn't help with these issues I've had with like buffering and stuff, and it keep like completely dying out every now and then I guess we'll have to start complaining that we now have a new one and it did nothing. So what's the dealio? So yeah, we still need the 4. We still need 4 more of those. Yeah, I could actually also show you this one thing. Because again, I think these guys should be here crafting away, smelting away, so we can... So I have this nether portal. I would need to make this somehow look prettier, but for anyone in the server, so basically Nat, I guess, at this point, maybe watching, I have this nether portal set up that it goes on the top of the nether roof. There was a zombie pigman here before, but I guess they're chill, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, so I'm on the top of the nether with this portal. So I used like an ender pearl to like glitch myself through this. So I like dug up as high as I could and like had to use multiple nether pearls to squeeze myself through this roof. But I did manage. So now I'm like here on top. So if we want to link our bases, it would be like faster to travel with this nether portal. So I could like, because again, for those that don't know, a block here in nether is 8 blocks in the overworld. So if I like move, let's say 100 blocks that way and make another portal, and someone has a portal there on the overworld, it's 800 meters. So like 100 blocks that way is like 800 blocks in the overworld. So we could link our bases with this. It just means that you guys make a portal, don't go through it. So you aren't allowed to walk through it before I make the counterpart in the nether then. So you have to tell me the coordinates of the portal you wish to link like that. Again, you have to make it so that it's like usable, but don't use it. Because if you go through it, it generates the other end for it. And we don't want that. We don't want it to like generate it, because we want there to be one for it to match. Because I think the way it works is, because again, like the map can be anything basically on the nether side, but again the coordinates have a link between the two. So there's, like I mentioned, they divide by 8. So I guess the way it does it, so wherever you make a portal on the overworld, there has to be at some level inside nether, there has to be like solid ground for it to make a portal on. Because anyone that has been in nether knows that there's like lava in the underneath, like usually some pools of lava, not everywhere, but like there's also like different levels. So I guess at every point in nether there's some like solid place you can like stand on. for that sake. So for the reason that you can always generate a portal on the nether end. But if you have that, like again, like the coordinate that doesn't relate to the like the one coordinate that doesn't matter when you make a portal in the overworld is the height. So there's like no link between the height of the portal. So if I make a portal here, it goes to a nether at some point. If I make the same location but like 100 blocks downward, it still probably ends up at the same place on the nether side. Because again, I feel like it has to discard the height, so the y coordinate. So that's why we can make a portal in the nether roof, like above the nether roof already for you, if you just let me know the coordinates, because I can calculate from those coordinates where do I need to place it in the nether roof. And since there's like a portal ready there waiting when you make the portal on the overworld side, it notices that, okay, there's a pre-made portal on the nether side, we'll just use that, so it links those two together. But yeah, again, you have to make the portal usable, but don't use it on the overworld side. Do we have 4? Yeah, we do have 4. Very nice. But yeah, we need to make them into plates. Actually, we should have like done them one at a time, because again, it's diabolical how it does it. Diabolical. So there's one heavy plate, and these guys need to go for another run. But I guess it's like intended that you would have like a conveyor belt with multiple of these hammers, and they would like smack like multiple times to get this heavy plate, which would be a nice like a factory output for making these plates. But I guess the problem with most of these things that like if you craft, like for example these plates here, you only need them for like certain machines. It's not like you need to like automate it in a sense, because like what crafting or what like end result would you have that you need like endless amount of steel plates fed into it? I at least don't know any. Maybe there is. Maybe there's something I'm missing, but I feel like for most of these there's like no end use for it. But yeah, so that is the stuff needed for the mixer. If this wiki page is, oh sorry, the refinery, not the mixer. I'm already messing it up here, guys. Can't believe this. But yeah, it's 3 times 5 times 3 is this multi-block structure. I feel like I'll have to dig some kind of room for this. So I don't know which side I'll extend it to. I'll maybe check from the map, because there's the claim chunks. So these are like the auto-loaded chunks. So maybe not go leftwards. Maybe I'll see if there's more room there, or maybe go forwards. Where do I place these guys? Because it would be nice that these, like whenever I'm making these, they would be like auto-loaded. So what that means is that when you're in here in Minecraft, when you're logged in as a player, all of the stuff around you gets loaded. So you can see like if I start going somewhere in like some direction, you can see there's like mobs spawning and stuff, and those don't spawn when you're not there. So there's like animals and stuff around me now because I'm here. Did I actually leave the door open? No, I didn't. Why is there a zombie pigman there? What the hell? But yeah, so when you log off the server, basically everything around you gets deloaded by default. So if you like automate those kind of things that I just showed you guys earlier, so the conveyors and stuff, they would just simply stop working. They would be like, they wouldn't be there, like in a sense. So nothing of this would be like here when the server is on. There's even like on the server host, the services, the providers that you get the service for, they usually also have like, if there's no one there, do you want it to be like just sort of like snoozing? But I have set all of those off, because again the whole point is that if you like automate something, that you wouldn't need to have your guy like standing here. So you're just like, yeah, this is the quality game, I'll just have this guy standing here for the like through the night and stuff, like have your PC on for them to keep working. So none of that is needed. The only thing you need to do is like when you claim those chunks. So again, this claiming thing is that you can like claim a certain area for yourself, and nobody else can like do anything basically other than like just walk around and jump around and like stand on a pressure plate. So the pressure plate still works, but like you can't interact with any chests, you can't interact with any doors. So that's like to protect you from getting grieved. So if you're not like online and there's some people joining in, they can't like break your stuff. So that's to protect you if you claim an area. So if you do join these servers, make sure you claim an area around you. And it's again simple as going to the map. So normally I think that's just in M on your keyboard, and then you go to the claim chunks, and here you can, with just the left click, you can get them, and right click, you can take them away. And if you want to force load them so that they are like loaded, even if the server is offline and stuff, then you just shift click to make more of those force loaded ones. So that's all good. So here you have I have the tree farm. It took me the longest amount of time to realize why it wasn't working. I'm still not sure if it was about the light levels, but that was the easiest fix I found, was just to open the ceiling and make it glass. Because even with the torches and stuff, there was some wiki pages saying that, yeah, it doesn't need like daylight amount of light. So it can be like just the torches lighting it up, but unfortunately that wasn't the case for me. So I just like, the solution I had was to just open this up. It's a bit ugly though, so I will see if we make it any prettier. Then I have some like simple farms. Yeah, I could maybe go in and harvest the sugarcane. I could maybe also at some point automate some of these, because again the wheat here, the wheat I have already automated, so I haven't really been taking those that much. But the sugarcane I could maybe automate, because I think there's all sorts of nice dishes you could start making if you, because there's so many mods with like food added as well. Because there's also like the kitchen mods and stuff, so that would also be really nice. Nice to make like a proper kitchen here. So I think I would need to move all of this downstairs and start like making different rooms in here. But I would maybe hope Egguna would join me here for that, because I think she has better eye on these kind of things. Why is there coal in this chest? So why is there so many flints? Diabolical, guys. Truly diabolical. There's also a pasta plate with nothing on it. And I have to go throw that in lava. Also, guys, what do you think of the slime dish here? Because if you imagine these pasta dishes, they are like boiled in a... I can actually show you the process. So maybe we go from... Yeah, we could actually go backwards. So here's the pasta with slime balls, and this is how it's basically made with this deploying here. So you have the pasta plate, and it's getting small slime balls with the deployer on it. So that's the last part you see when it goes on the conveyor belt. So for the slime balls, how are they made? There's the slicer, you saw it. So there's the knives that keep breaking, and that's from the slime balls. And now for the slime balls, they are colored. So there's a dough going in, and it's just going through green dye. So it's lime green dye, I think it was the color there. So there's lime green dye that it's getting like blasted with the fan. So this is like, it never ends. So you only need a bucket's worth of the dye there. So that's like diabolical. You make slime balls out of dough, and then the dough, of course, is just like wheat flour being washed with water. So that's and then wheat flour, of course, is just milled from wheat, and the seeds that come from it with a 25% chance are just yeeted into lava. But yeah, so that's the slime ball side of the automation. And then the pasta plates. So there's the bowl with pasta. Those are mixed together, which is, again, if you look at it, it's diabolical. So there's one conveyor belt going in with the bowls, and another going in with the pasta, and they are just like mixed together with like a spinning thing. Like, how would that make a how would that make a nice pasta plate? Who knows? That's just how it goes. And again, with the bowl is like crafted with this automated shaped crafting. You saw that earlier. So it makes those bowls out of that. But then if we go again backwards a bit, we have the pasta then. So that's with the heated water and raw pasta that's just like boiled. But you can see that this thing is like, it's boiled in somewhat of an early phase. So again, the dough will be sliced and diced with knives. So that's another knife you saw there. So from the dough, it's just used with the knife. So we can actually go downstairs to see the process again, now that you know the different steps to it. But the diabolical side to that was that there's like this pasta that has been like boiled days and days ago. So imagine how slimy that already is, because it's like a room temperature pasta that has been like in a bowl for days and days. So again, when we go for the process, here's the wheat goes in. It's not currently like gathered here. There's a room for like 3 million of them again, if this for some reason got like clogged. So far it doesn't look like it is. But yeah, so it's being milled, and again the seeds are going this way, and that means they are taken to lava. That's so cool. I've almost finished straightening my hair. Can't believe this. Who is cleaning the conveyor belts? There's nobody. Nobody for that job. If there's a volunteer, I could be maybe interested in someone coming in for some cleaning. Can't believe this is like it's extremely hygienic with me walking, around it. Especially since there's like nothing on top of them. I feel like you could easily, because you have like these glass panels and stuff you could place in here, but I'm just, you don't see the process, so surely you don't like get food poisoning when you don't see the contaminated work procedures. Surely that's how food poisoning works. But yeah, so there's already 8,000 slime balls here waiting to be chopped up. It's actually full, so I see that this is no longer taking any in. So that means that all of the dough is currently being redirected to making spaghetti, and that's also no longer taking any in because the spaghetti upstairs there is full. So I guess this could get clogged at some point. Days and days of dirt on the pasta. Yeah, it's also like, imagine the sliminess, and then you just get like the slime balls added on top of them as well. So that's again truly diabolical dish. But again, it's like nourishing for 1 minute, so it has to be good. But yeah, usually I don't think you should make them in like this tight space, because I was really struggling with how, like, I need to turn this that way and that needs to turn this way. Actually, I could show you one thing that like you might not notice or like think of when you're doing these things. So let me just get some of the stuff I need for it. I guess cogwheels, and could do large wheels as well. But yeah, the shafts are the ones I need. And then do I have the... Yeah, I have the dried kelp. So with 6 dried kelp, so just like going to the kelps and like blasting or basically heating them, you get dried kelp. And from the previous set we had, can actually put that up again. So let's set this guy up. So now we have a cogwheel spinning like that. And then if we put in a shaft like this, let's say we put another one here, and we haven't have the mechanical belt, so this is last 6 kelps. So we put these guys together. So now you can see that it spins this way. So it goes to the right, but that's actually because the shaft goes that way. So if you wanted it to go the other way, you would be like, okay, so what options do I have to like turn it to the other direction? So it depends on how much space you have. So again, you could use, like I mentioned, gearbox. So that was the one that like changed the direction of like from rotational like clockwise to anti-clockwise and stuff. So that's one way. The other is to just have 2 different cogwheels right next to each other. So let's say you have another one there, and it doesn't matter, like if it doesn't matter how long it is. So now if I put in these 2 guys, you can see it going the other way. Because if you have 2 cogwheels right next to each other, the spin direction always changes to the opposite. So depending on how much space you have, you might be like messed up with these. The other thing I have that I have been like struggling with a little bit, I can show you guys. There's like few examples of that. It's, I think, mostly on that corner actually. So we can go back here somewhere, because I have some of these like belts that are going like this, because again you can spin it from either direction. So you can see this guy is being spun from like this gearbox here, and again this one is also spun from the same gearbox, but it's like just by sort of sheer luck that they are like going to the right direction. There's also this thing called parallel gearbox, so I can show you that one as well, because there's a good explanation why they've done it. Here, there's the ponder for it. So there's like this kind of setup. It's simple, but the mod pack doesn't allow it. So that would be like a way to change the directions the wheels are like turning. So in a gearbox sense, you would like be able to change the directions as well. So instead they have made this one block that does it. Because again, you can actually, I can show you that as well. So you can like change directions without the gearbox. So let's go back to where we had the setup for this. I'll have to memorize a little bit because it's been some time since I've done it. Actually, do we do it here? Yeah, let's do it here. And then we need more of these large wheels. So let's make like 3 or so. So now I'm trying to think, what was it? Like this. So you can like make them connect. So now you can see that we went from like things spinning this way to it now spinning that way. And then I think you could also do it, you can also do it like this. I guess now that there's 2, it doesn't allow it. So you can go like change the direction sort of. If you have these like larger wheels for it. So there's like ways to do this without the gearbox. So the gearbox is just to like save space basically. So that's like when you're like compacted like I was in this corner here, I like had to look up things. How do I make them without the wheels? But here, for example, I think I still have it. Yeah, because it comes in like, actually maybe I can uncover it. Yeah, so it goes in like this way, and then I actually have like just cog wheels here changing the direction, because here I have like ample space, so it doesn't matter. So here I had like room to do it the sort of old-fashioned way. It doesn't matter, I guess, for like the speed and stuff like that. It makes no difference, just the amount of space required. But that's all like just mechanical engineering. But that's like one way to, like one thing to note when you're doing these conveyor belts is that also the one thing that you should know is that like if you do it like this, that will immediately break it. So it's like saying that no, it cannot go like that because they're like going in the opposite direction, so that won't work. And also the one thing to note is that like the important thing I would say is that you only need one of these shafts to move. So and you can also like use this to start like spinning something else as well. So you can like continue from here. I guess for the strength, I don't believe the shaft is now in there. So for the strength, I guess this conveyor belt is not too strong. So for that sake, I'm not sure if you should like move the sort of strength to the other one with this. Strengthen the immune system one bowl at a time, yeah. Days and days of dirt on pasta complete. Oh wow, yeah. So there's lots you can do, but I feel like this is really interesting. I really like the mod. My brother is also really like. This was something he like suggested long time ago when we had like. You can also one thing actually I forgot to mention. You can go in like is it 45-degree angle then? So you can go upwards as well, but it has to be this level. So you cannot go like here. So if I like remove this conveyor belt, it cannot link to that one. So it can only go like straight, like for the ground. It can also go upwards actually. It can go up and down. So you could like move this like whatever you're moving up and down as well with these. But yeah, so you can like move stuff in an angle as well if you have a something there to align it to. But yeah, I've had to use like the thing that it doesn't matter which side you're spinning it from, so you can either like spin it from where it starts or where it ends. It doesn't matter. It's just that the direction where it spins is important in many cases. So that's the thing that you're usually messed up with. And I guess the biggest problem with, like, I think the only problem basically with these is that when you're using the conveyor belts, the direction it rotates matters. So whether it's like pulling from or taking it into somewhere. The other things, there's like a few of these machines or like ones that actually also have the direction important. So these crushing wheels, they also have to rotate towards each other. So here you can see I've like made a diabolical contraption to keep them from like going for. First of all, they can't go the same direction. So if both of them rotate, let's say like clockwise, it doesn't work. So this one has to go anti-clockwise and this one goes clockwise from where we're looking at them. So that's when they like smash into each other, spin into each other. And here you can see they have like equal amounts of these small cogwheels, but then this one here in the middle means that this one is going in the opposite direction than this one is. But there's also like these encased chain drives where you can like continue from the same rotation. So instead of like having two cogwheels right next to each other, which would mean that they like change the direction again, you can use this encased chain drive that retains the direction it spins. So there's all sorts of like ways to go about this. And again, like this place that I've built is not pretty. So there's like all these cogwheels in the air and stuff. I feel like when my brother was making stuff like this, he also like made sure that it looked professional / like factory wise. So he would have like the stuff that's visible would be like visible on purpose. So he also like puts in effort for that. Whereas I feel like I'm struggling enough with just getting these to work. But yeah, so that's a crash course for the create mod. So again, Nat, if you need, for example, these mechanical presses, I would suggest making a depot. I think you have already done I'm sure you've done the casings already, because that's one of the biggest things. I'll show you. I think there's a recipe for the depot. I might have it here somewhere. Do I? Maybe not. We'll just put it in here then again. So the depot is just like the platform you can put stuff on. So that's like hella cheap. Hella cheap to make. Is it there already? It's not going in there, so it surely is there already. The favorite stuff is not that useful when you have too many. So when you have like all this stuff that you're not gonna make again. What the hell is a Crimson Door doing there? I have no idea. So yeah, this is how you make a depot. So this andesite casing is the one I was like thinking, I'm assuming you've done them. I think I saw stuff of these, like some mechanical presses and stuff on your base. But the question, I guess, is like this part here for me took some time to understand. So what does this mean? That you have like a manual item application tab here on the recipe list. But this basically means that if you, for example, look at this recipe here, it says that andesite alloy is being manually applicated to a stripped wood block to make an andesite casing. So what does that mean is that you strip whatever log you have, then where the hell is my andesite there? And then you just right click it with an andesite alloy. And that's how you make an andesite casing. The same goes for like brass casing and stuff. So there's like different kinds of casings, but just that you understand this manual item application just means that you can do this in the world. There's also, you can automate this, so you can again have like a deployer do this. So the same way I had like the slime balls going on top of the pasta dish. So you could have like a conveyor belt, or you can place them by hand, of course, as well. So for example, I have a deployer here, so I could do it so that I have a, wait, what did I just do? So I'll just strip a birch log, put that in there, and then I need to give the hand something to put in it. So I would like try to, I feel like this is a bit hard to aim, but yeah, just right click whatever you want to deploy, and now it just smacked it in there. So it like did what I just did. So it made this andesite casing. So you can automate this as well. So that's basically what it's telling with those brass hands on the corners there. Like how do you, what are these for? That's basically meaning that these are either what you can make by hand, or you could also always automate stuff. But yeah, so the recipes here I feel like are a bit confusing because there's so many ways to do it, and it's basically just this like whatever strip log and andesite alloy. But you have usually different kinds of ways to make things, so like just go for whatever recipe makes most sense for you. Because again here, for example, you have an iron spruce casing, and if you place an andesite into it, it makes it into an andesite casing, but it also refunds you the ironing it. So that's why there's a recipe for that as well, and this goes for like many other things. So you can get like a refund from a casing if you place not something else into it. So we could make like a copper casing like this. So we have a copper casing now, and then if we place an andesite casing into it, we get a copper back. So you can see the copper andesite amounts are going back and forth, whichever one gets used. But actually interesting here is you can see it became an andesite acacia casing. So the other ones I have are just basic casing. So that's an interesting one. I hadn't noticed that before. So it's like in a different stack now. But yeah, so that's the stuff about the manual application. That was one of the hardest things for me to grasp from the recipes. I think it was my brother who showed it to me, because I think he saw it in a video of some kind, like that's how you make them by hand. So I guess that's the only thing I would say that would maybe need some clearing. So I'll make it like more understandable somehow, is that you can do those by hand. Although I don't know, maybe there is a way. Can you ponder a casing? Let's see. Does it tell you this? Oh yeah, it's telling you that you can like put these casings to decorate stuff. So again, something I could also do here is like go through these things and like decorate them to my best ability. But I'm wondering if it shows you how these are made. Doesn't look like it does. But yeah, you can also make them look nice. Decorating belts. So I need someone come here and make these things all pretty calm. Believe this. Diabolical. Wrench can be used to remove it. Yeah, just trying to see if it like would show us the man. Yeah, I guess in here sort of. So it kind of sort of showed what we just did. So you place another block and it like takes away the other block. But in this one, it's still like just the casing. So it would be nice if it had started with like just the stripped log instead. But yes, so that's how you make the casings. And those are used for like most of the stuff. For like let's say a mechanical press. Here you have a shaft and then you have the andesite casing and a block of iron. So, and then a fan, you have again andesite casing, then a propeller and a shaft. The propeller is a bit steep to make compared to many of the other stuff. And then again, like andesite, I'm sure you guys can easily see how they are made, but that's iron nuggets and andesite. Andesite is like a type of stone in the normal Minecraft, so vanilla type. That's like I at least like it that there's like now a reason to mine it, because I feel like all of these like there's this diorite and granite and stuff, and most of these have no use unless you would of course like to like decorate with them, which is of course not a like a bad reason to have them, but I at least like that there's like a proper use for andesite now, if there's nothing else for any of the others though. But yeah, so basically just put in this andesite stone and iron nuggets. That's how you get more of it. So it's I feel like this create mod is also like really affordable, because when you're starting this game you barely have anything. So when you only need like andesite and just iron nuggets, that's quite affordable early on already. There's like some stuff that requires redstone, but that's like quite advanced stuff. I think it's mostly these electron tubes. And if you look at like what are these used for, there's different kinds of sort of high-end stuff, I would say, like end gear stuff. Mostly like you can see these, I think it was the mechanical crafters and stuff like that. Deployer, yeah, deployer uses it as well. I guess that could be either deployer or then the mechanical crafter could be your first thing that you need, these redstone ones. And brass funnels, I guess, too, if you start with the automations. There's also like stuff that I have no idea about, like these smart observers and stuff. Like I think there's so much stuff I could still like learn about. Maybe I'll at some point need to, when my whatever I'm making gets too complex for the skill level I have at the moment. But these things I have at least made with the knowledge I have. Of course I've like looked up some. For example, the tree farm I looked up, that's from a tutorial. So this guy here, I have done a similar one before, so I just had to look up like what were the dimensions and stuff like that. Same goes for the wheat farm. That's also looked up. But I guess otherwise I don't think any of these guys that I've automated, I don't think I've looked up any like videos or stuff about them for them. So these are just basically me going into... I actually started the process basically by going to cobblestone. So I went to cobblestone. Like early on I was like, that's basically the only resource I have plenty of. And again, when you right click something on this recipe list thingy, it tells you what it can be used for. And then when I just went ahead, there's like a gazillion pages of these. So I basically went through the first ones being like, yeah, that's of no interest to me. Then I was like, yeah, again, I don't think this is of interest to me, because I don't know what this crumble horror from the Twilight Forest is. But then when I went further and further, I was like, okay, so there's stuff that might be of interest to me. I went through these like, okay, I can make andesite from diorite. Can I automate the making of diorite? Maybe. Then again, moss blocks and stuff. But when I went to the crushing, I was like, okay, so we can make endless gravel with it. So that's one thing. So you can then like right click on the gravel and see, okay, what can we do with gravel? So then you can see we can make sand and flints and clay balls with it. So if you need, let's say, like an infinite amount of sand, you just need to make a cobblestone generator and then like put in put it through this crushing wheel twice. So first time it goes into gravel and the second time it goes into this. You can also like wash gravel to just make flints and iron nuggets. So that's already like you could make an iron farm. Actually, that I think was my first iron farm was using this. So it just made cobblestone and then I think you could mill it actually. So I think that's like even cheaper than the, yeah, so you can use the mill to make gravel out of it. So that was the first step I had. Then there's of course the bulk blasting, so you can have it on a conveyor belt getting blown by a fan through lava for it to become stone. So again, you could make it into stone without actually having resources. Like you don't need to have like coal or something to smelt it. So it's enough that it just goes through the hot air from the lava. So that's already like cheaper than having like a wood farm or whatever for the coal. And again, you can bulk count it into blackstone. So I just went through these and then I noticed that okay, I can make it into tuff. So this is the recipe. I noticed that okay, I can make it into tuff, and then I went from right-clicking the tuff into like seeing okay, what can this be used into, and noticed that there's this recipe that you can grind it into these different resources, which is really valuable starting out, because that's like so many of the resources that you would otherwise need to mine. So copper, I guess you get sort of a lot of regardless, but I think especially gold and iron is something that you'll basically never have enough of. So now I basically have more than I ever need. I was like, because I'm also like cheap in that sense that when I'm like mining myself, I only use like stone tools. Because I feel like the iron that I'm getting is like not enough. But when I do get to automate it, I guess like that's when you're like, okay, now I have endless amounts. I just need to like sleep for it to regain. So for that sake, I feel like after you automate stuff, you feel like you can start using it. And now I can of course like start using diamond tools as well, because I have the diamonds automated as well, so I'll never run out of diamonds either. I could start using the netherite tools as well, because again I have netherite scraps, but I don't have the template for making them, so that's the reason I can't right now. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything else for this Minecraft stream, unless there's any questions for you guys. Again, this is absolutely scuffed. Apologies for this diabolical connection issues. We tried twice on Twitch side and the only thing working is YouTube. So which is a bit weird, because if you think about it, if it's like internet related, it would make sense for it to die on both ends. Again, especially since like YouTube has been more prone to dying than Twitch has. So yeah, I guess that's an interesting thing. Diamond block housing coming. Actually, let's see, can we chisel diamond blocks? Can we make them somehow even prettier? Because that would be a massive flex, I'm not gonna lie. That's something I could see myself doing. Just for the absolute flex factor. The absolute flex. Because I did already have like diamond blocks in there. Which is diabolical, because again this guy keeps smashing if this doesn't like pull. And you can see that it has like smashed enough until it can smash no more. So now I have like block of coal. I could maybe yeet that in there already. Like try to get these guys in there, but I guess I could just have them in my hand as well. But yeah, so block of diamond. Let's see, can we... Sorry, let's get a bit further away. It's hella loud. They're going crazy. Going crazy style. But then, have you been playing Minecraft? I've not been to your base in some time. Let's see. I'm actually also curious if the aerial view changes. So I'm doxing Nat's base here. Can't believe this. Not sure if any of... Or maybe I've not been here since some of this. Maybe. It's a bit far away, so I don't think we'll end this with like a massive boat ride. Oh damn. So there's a way to make these guys look different. It's also interesting that I think this is the... No. Which one was just the normal one? Can we... Oh yeah, so it's this one. Not too much recently, but next up is a horse stable for my future horse. Oh, very nice. Very nice. I'd like a combined barn in the future too, perhaps. Yeah, I noticed you had like multiple different ones. But yeah, this is actually not too bad. I feel like this reminds me of the water temple. The ocean temple, I guess it's called. But yeah, I guess we could start flexing with our diamond soon. Maybe I should like add in a 1 or 2 of those stack tier upgrades so we could get like some thousands some more coal in turned into diamonds then. Because we definitely don't need 100,000 coal, so we could definitely make more diamonds out of those. So yeah, maybe we do get some more diamond blocks. I guess you could immediately get like accusations of like can't believe this create mod. Like you're going creative now. Can't believe this. But yeah, some of these are looking really nice. I think this one already looks really nice. I wonder what they would look like. We could basically start testing by just like throwing them about. Like what would make sense for like walls and what could work as a floor and stuff. I feel like this could already work as like a pillar. Like let's say a pillar like what we have here. So you could go like this upwards. Very nice. So yeah, I think we might go in and put in one more tier upgrade on the diamond barrel there, so we start getting more diamonds. So then I can, if Eguna does join us, I could tell her that yeah, there's some diamonds you can use for building. I'll have to look up. Yeah, it's already here, so I do have the recipe for it. So there's the upgrade base. Wait, I don't have any iron. What is this? What is this? I have these workbenches everywhere because I feel like I don't want to walk 2 steps when I need to craft. So there's the upgrade base. So this is basically just an empty one. And then there's different kinds of stuff you can do. So if you like look up, again, if we go for sophisticated, then again storage. Because I think there's sophisticated backpacks as well. So just to make sure that we're only on the storage upgrades. So here you have all the different kinds. So there's like ones that you can like feeds the player. So there's like if you walk close enough to an inventory, it like automatically feeds you and stuff. There's also these compacting ones, and again the compressing one is the one I showed you earlier. So it's this one. So it makes these blocks like usable in all of the different shapes. They have this like UK box upgrades and stuff like that. All sorts of crazy stuff. But yeah, so there's the stack upgrade tier 1. So tier 1 is just logs. So if we do that, I have it already also favorited here, so I can do it from there. So then stack tier upgrade 2 needs 2 blocks of iron. And again, this is really good because I can just double click there, meaning I get the blocks. So now I have 2 blocks and I need the same for the gold. 2 of these and a stack of gold. So that's the 3rd tier upgrade. Like so. It seems that I have like saved that up that recipe as a favorite when I still didn't have the diamonds, because now I could basically I have the diamonds in the inventory, so I can wait. Oh yeah, sorry, the chisel made them not blocks of diamond but something else. So again, you have to re-chisel them if you want to return them to the normal kind. But yeah, so now we would have a stack upgrade tier 4. We could have more of them than just the one. It could be that this was already way too much. We'll see. Can't believe the smacking sound. Yeah, it's a bit much. There's now a limit of 98,000 diamonds. But then again, we have 127,000 coal here, so I guess we'll see. Oh yeah, so there's a block of diamond there as well now, because the thing is that it wasn't pulling in like fast enough. Can we throw this whole thing in there? Okay. This is I start like singing, or it's like a beat. Can do freestyle here soon, guys. Can't believe this. Music to my ears. This is what the youth listen to nowadays. Can't believe this. But yeah, so we have blocks of diamonds. Maybe I should like just take them. Oh yes, that's a bad idea. Let's go put them in the barrel. There's a thing you can double click. If you double right click on this, it puts in everything you have of the same kind. So I can just double click and it like empties my inventory of that kind of stuff. So of the stuff that can go in there. So that's all noise. But yeah, so that's all for the diamond madness. the peace and quiet when you go just a few layers upwards is diabolical. I have so many of this pasta with slime ball dishes as well. I need your guys. I need your help eating this. The one thing I don't like is that you get like this bowl. I don't know what to do with it. Like if there was like a trash can. Wait, there is a trash can. Hello, guys. I just learned something new. So there's a trash can. I'm assuming you can just eat stuff in there. Yeah. So that's a. Okay, so there was a solution so much closer than I thought there was. Because I've been throwing stuff in lava, but apparently you can just use the trash can on the left side there. Truly diabolical. But yeah, you can see I have these like toggle game modes and stuff because I'm an admin in the save. I've never used those, but that's why I have them visible. You don't. So there's the my team as well. So again, I mentioned that nobody can do stuff in the same like area you've claimed. So in this area here, but with that team thingy here, you can like add people. So you can invite people to the team of yours, and then you can like manage allies. So if you don't want them to be in the team, but you want them to be able to access stuff, you can still put them as allies. I guess it's pretty much the same though. I guess with the team, you like sort of share the amount of claim you have and stuff. So they could still have like their own claim, and you can like still share resources and like trade and stuff. Maybe better if you have the ally set up, but only do that for anyone you like actually trust. Because again, if you're allied, you can like come in and start digging blocks and stuff, what you can't do. So again, if someone comes in here fresh, installed, no ally, no team membership, they can come in and try to break blocks, but it just like gives you a message that the claim protection thingy is preventing you from interacting with anything. So that's there to prevent anyone from griefing. Because again, like there's hardly anyone here like most of the time anyways, but like if you wanted to come in and like cause havoc, that would be more than easy to do when there's like hardly anyone here patrolling. We haven't hired protection. We don't have security here, guys. Diabolical. But yeah, so I guess that might be all for the Minecrafting for today. I'll have to look up these internet thingies. It would be interesting to see if there's like a way to test that. Because again, like to test that inspector thing will be interesting. So thank you, Nat, for telling me about that. I had no idea. But so far it didn't tell me like an immediate reason for what happened there. But I'll have to look into it more, and I'm just curious if there's a way to test it without having to like actually put on stream, because it's not like I would like to do this so that, yeah guys, there's a stream coming in, but it's just me testing. Don't worry about it, guys. So it would be easy if I can just like test that offline. But it might be that since the problem was when I actually went live, and I don't think there was any. It's still weird because I don't think it even showed on the OBS side that there was any issue. Maybe there was like a sort of a small like there's a reconnect or something, but for YouTube side it would be interesting to see if there was like anything. Because again, like I had to restart the YouTube as well, so it's split into two there at least. I'm assuming two, but on Twitch side it never recovered. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for being here. Thank you. It's actually not too bad. I was thinking we will play until around 3 p.m. and it's 10 minutes until 3 p.m. here, so not too bad. Because again, I have to go get Ekkuna. We'll go eat somewhere, and then we actually will be going to the plot. Because again, the goddamn forecast is messing with me. Because like earlier this week, it was saying that yeah, Friday will be raining like crazy. Saturday will be a nice day. So I was like to my brother, like, yeah, can we go together on Saturday to the plot to do some work on the foundation? And he was like, yeah, of course. He doesn't have anything else. And then the forecast switched route. So now it's like today there won't be any rain, but tomorrow it will be raining until quite late in the evening. So I think we won't be there with stream, but hopefully we'll get some work done on the foundation regardless. And then I guess we'll have a normal stream on Sunday, hopefully. There's nothing there. But again, the forecast is a bit unpredictable at the moment. And since it's like early fall, and I guess somewhat fall already, so it is more rainy each passing week until we have snow, and that's too late for the construction then, so sad. But yeah, thank you guys for being here, and we'll see you. Latest would be Sunday, I guess. Again, by default it will be Sunday, so catch you guys then. Bye.